Streaming and recording settings? Why? Wait, what? What? What is happening? Logged in. Hello? Wait, hold on. Speakers. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
How's this? Oh my god. Is it working? Hold on. Sorry. So it's just like, I don't know. Sorry. My bad. Hold on. You guys stay right here. You guys stay right here. Oh my god. Can you guys see? You good? I'm gonna lower this on my end too. Jesus. No. Before I started going live, Streamlabs is like, we don't know what your output is. We don't know what your input is. We can't hear anything on your mic. We can't see anything. We can't even connect to your Twitch. I'm like, what? What? Confused. Just out of nowhere. I was like, what the heck? But yeah. Welcome guys to another Crimes and Crafts. Wahoo, wahoo, yeah, woo. Hope everyone has had a good day today. Good evening, or good morning. I don't know where you guys are, but you know, I hope you're having a good day. A good morning, evening, whichever. We are going to do another Crimes and Crafts, and we're gonna have some guests today, as usual. We have Shami, who I think she was with our previous Am I the Asshole stuff. Well, I mean, obviously she was with the Am I the Asshole stuff, but I think she did a Crimes and Craft with me before, right? Shami, did you do a Crimes and Crafts with me? You did. I actually remember that one. But yeah, woohoo! We're gonna go and do some, and you're gonna meet one new person today. So hopefully you are excited about that. Awesome. Okay, so I have 3 stories for you today. One is okay. It's not even really crime. It's not really a crime. It's more of it's more drama. But I think it's fun. So I think it'll be a fun time, okay? And then second, the other 2 are actually crimes. So Yahoo! All right, so we're gonna go and join our friends. I just wanted to say hi to everyone and grab. Oh, oh my god, it's right in front of me. I'm not blind. Grab our grab our craft for today. Okay, so I'll show it off soon, but I want to be in there with the girls. I just want to say hi. All right, let's join them. Let's say hi.
Hello.
Hello, guys. Hello. You guys ready?
Born ready.
You guys are ready? You guys are ready to introduce yourselves? You want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
Go for it. Do you want to start first? Let's have some hand warmers. Shami, you want to start first?
Hi, everybody.
I'm gonna shrink you guys.
No, now I feel pressure. Hello, everybody. I'm Shami. I've been around before. June can't seem to get rid of me, so here I am. I'm looking forward to doing my first diamond painting tonight. I've never done it before, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. And I like some true crime, and I like hanging out with June and Sam. So all around good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me just do this real quick. All right. Do you want to introduce yourself, Sam?
Well, hi, I'm Sam. I am your androgynous middle. Look, I always get this wrong. Okay,
It's okay.
giveaway worker. There we go. We can swear on stream. I probably should have asked that beforehand. Oh no.
You absolutely can swear on stream because I swear on
Oh.
stream all the time.
Fuck yeah. Okay, good.
Fuck, fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
Which don't ban me. No, I'm just kidding. They won't do shit.
I am also somebody you can't get rid of, so I'm the third wheel actually of the trio.
Don't say that. God.
Third wheel.
Just hang out with me for pity, but this
We're
is
three of cups. We're three of cups. Damn it.
Yeah, we all celebrate.
amigos. But yeah, this is also my very first stream, so definitely very, very nervous.
Oh. You'll be a natural, don't worry about it.
You're already doing great.
Sweating balls, don't worry about it. And also my first diamond painting, so it's a lot of firsts for me.
Guess who trialed the diamond painting first? It's me. It was me.
And we thank you for it. Truly.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's just, they're just like, it's more like I was curious, and then I said, hey guys, diamond painting is pretty cool, actually. And then they're like, really? Because we're creative girls. So we're looking for our next, because the last project we did was an actual painting, and that took a lot from us.
It actually killed us in real time.
Yeah. Real life, not clickbait. Actual real time. I might lower myself. True, I was. We were actually dead.
Here, like, truly.
Yeah.
All right, that should be good. I think I lowered myself a little bit too much. Maybe I was just loud at that time. Oh, hey, Ellie. Sure, go for it. Go eat in the Neo chat. No worries, we'll be here.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, so let me go ahead and show everyone what I'm working on today. The girls here, we actually picked diamond paintings for each other, and this is the one that I'm working on. They said this one would recommend, or it reminded them the most of me. So this is it, and this is the tiny little, if you guys can see, it's like a little picture of what it's supposed to look like over there. Okay, I'm excited. You guys excited?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, well, I'm ready whenever you guys are. I'm gonna cut the music and go into our first one. Guests need to have their volume raised. Thank you, Bree. 1 second. Let me raise their volumes. Okay. Do you guys want to speak? Starting with Shami.
Can
Shami
you
good?
hear me?
Shami
Hello?
good,
1,
Bree?
2, 3. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Please, maybe.
I might bring Sam up a little as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Bree, let me know if that sounds good to you. Two-thirds my volume, but audible. Okay, let me go. All right, I'm going straight into the mainframe. Hold on.
I'm hacking.
I'm hacking. I'm in. All right, it's because I don't know, like I don't blast things in my ear most times, so I feel like that's always the issue. Okay, try it again. One more.
Hello.
And Sam.
No, wait, it's on my phone. I'm so dumb.
No, you're fine. Give it a second.
There we go. That was dumb. Don't
Much
mind me.
much better. How's that, Bree?
I just jumped into the wrong voice thing.
You're okay.
I was like, oh, why
Mm.
is this? Just gonna close this.
So let me ask you girls first. Do you want to start from the top or do you want to start from the bottom?
You talking the painting?
Yeah,
I say the top.
you want to go from the top. How do you feel, Sam?
Oh, that sounds good.
From the top?
From
Okay.
the top.
From the top. Okay.
Voice
So
crack in there. Nice.
I also. So, okay. I don't know if you guys are watching at all under the stream or anything, but I can show you kind of how to start before anything. Do you want to do
I'm
that?
watching.
I'm definitely also watching. That's why I
Okay.
have a little mishap with the voice.
So I have these two little trays, right? And you have a table actually over here or wherever. I'm hoping it's the same area since we got it from the same seller. On the right side or wherever your legend is. Let's start with, since we're starting from the top, I have a lot of teas in here. So I'm going to grab tea. I'm going to look for tea. Tea is 19. So I'm going to grab number 19 in my little packet. Everyone, we haven't started with crime, but I figured that I would need to do this anyway. I purposely did not prepare for this very reason. Okay.
W's, so I might do that. Okay, mine not on my crinkling.
Okay, so I found number 19. And what am I going to do is I'm going to cut that out from the rest of them. Make sure that you're cutting along the perforated area just so you don't like cut into the other ones. Okay, and I have this one. This is number 19. I'm going to put the rest of these, I don't know, fucking away. I don't know, like just out of my way. I don't care. And I'm going to open up number 19. So, cut.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you find that there is the right amount of gems, or is there like too many? Like, will you have some left?
Always have some left, yes.
Ah, okay.
For my previous
What
shot,
I figured.
yeah, for my previous diamond painting, I had extra left at the end as well. Which is good because, like, they're so small, you lose some. That's just kind of, the nature
That's
of.
What I figured.
Worried
If they gave
about-
you exact numbers, you would like 100%.
Lose them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
100%. So,
Yeah, I was like, how closely do I have to watch these? Like, if I drop one, is that it? Is my painting ruined?
no, you're fine. So I emptied out my packet, but what I'm gonna do with the rest of it is I'm gonna put to the side because once I'm done with it, any extras I'll put it back into the bag, just in case, right? And then that's when I take my tape and stuff and make sure I make sure I do that. Yeah. So
Well, that was not me leaving. Okay.
No.
I'm now paranoid.
okay. So I have a couple of these here. And let me. Sorry, I'm just making some changes here. Just answering some things. Okay, good. Okay, and then I have my tray full of diamond or like gems. I'm gonna put to the side for now because that's the color that we're gonna start with, right? And I have my painting, whatever. I actually grabbed these little non-stick sheets. You probably don't have these. I mean, I didn't start with these to begin with. But if you have your pen, guys, I upgraded. Everyone. I have
Oh.
upgraded and I have these guys. These were on sale for like $1.50. And these are, I think this is this might be 4. Yeah, I think this is like 4. This is 6. This is 6. This is 4. And this is 3. So, but they all have like singular ones on the other side. So I can just like touch and go if I want to. But either way, I'm going to do it with a single one just because I know you guys have singles, right? You guys have the single pen.
Add 2 carts.
I was gonna say, I mean, if you gotta use the dual pens, I mean, do not feel bad for us slowpokes who are not smart enough to buy.
Oh no, I wanted to test it first before I went all out. If I didn't like it, I don't want to get extra stuff. Like, why would I get
You even have a
tools am I
little
going to have?
square holder. You have a little cement holder.
I do. I have the clay holder because at the end of it, I felt like I used a lot of my clay. Or I shouldn't say that. I felt like I lost my clay a lot. You have to make sure that you keep your clay or else it's like fucking gone. I don't know where it goes.
I'm so impressed right now. Look at
So
You're so professional. Like,
I have.
like
This is my second diamond painting. I am now a professional diamond painter.
add it to your resume. Hello, everybody.
So what happens is I am going to there's a small thin layer of plastic on top. I'm going to peel this back and put it to the side. I'm going to put it in my extra tray just in case. I'm going to set it flat onto my surface. And I guess I'll take my 3, but I'll show you how to do the 1 to start. I'm going to take my pen completely flat down and I'm going to sink completely down into that clay. And you'll see the clay has gone into the pen, right? And so now when I decide to pick up gems, it picks it up. The clay in the pen does.
It's really satisfying.
Yeah, so just make sure you have, if you can see, that pen went straight into the clay. So you want to go all the way down. Sink that all the way down.
this video is just gonna be a very satisfying experience all the way around. Like, it's already
It's really relaxing.
like, even just peeling off the plastic. Like, it was like iPhone level. Like,
I'm gonna do the 3. So let me see if it's any.
When I watched June stream this before and she'd peel off the plastic, I'd always be like, oh yeah, oh.
Now it's your turn. See, now I have it's in the 3 now. Clay is. So I have both my pen my pen is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and take my plastic and recover my clay so it doesn't dry out. And then I'm gonna take my little, I mean, you guys don't have it, but you can always put it in something else, right? You can always keep it safe somewhere. I'm gonna put it back in my little container.
So I noticed before when you did this, you would like flatten you would like tip your pen over and like flatten the gems with like the backside of your pen.
Yeah, because I am a clumsy bitch. And I never put them on. Sometimes I like push it a little bit off. And
Oh,
so sorry. So I take the back of my pen. This is the one that you guys have.
hmm.
I just take the back of the pen and I just go like this and I just like push it in the direction that I needed to without touching it, because if I touch it, it becomes less sticky, right? But if it's
Yeah,
plastic, then it doesn't have that absorbent like property, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Oh,
Like the oils in your skin aren't there.
exactly. Oh my god, I fucking forgot. I have to actually light my candle. I always light a candle. I always pour myself some tea. This is a cup from some very good friends of mine that used to be where I used to live. They no longer are here because the pandemic took them away from me. And this is
Maybe
my
clarify that because that makes it sound like they died or something.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. They did take them away from me physically, but like only because they moved away. Okay.
Sorry.
They used to. This is a cup from a cafe they
I moved
used
to
to
the other
own.
side.
This is a cup that they used to own, or I'm sorry, a cafe that they used to own. A cup from there that they gifted to me before they had left. It is one of the best cups that I have in my entire house, and it was because and their cafe did not fail because they were not popular enough. It was because during the pandemic people were isolating, so they just didn't have like they weren't getting revenue because people weren't going outside. So unfortunately, because of that, they had to close up their business. And since they were together actually, because they were from different countries, because they no longer have a business, they had to go back to their respective homes, which meant that he had to go back home to his country and she stayed here in the States, which was very sad and very upsetting at the time. However, they're actually getting married next month. So there are happy stories to this whole thing. What I'm drinking today is the Osolok Sannamyeon honey pear tea. And it's very good. It is KB's favorite
Sounds
tea.
good.
Yeah, it's his favorite tea. The bag even smells good. It smells like amazing. So I'm gonna have that and put this to the side for now. Okay. All right. We ready to listen to some crazy stories? I think I am.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna mute this really quick. And, oh, before I do that, I'm also going to... I'm wondering how I'm going to do this. Because... Oh, I know how I'm going to do this. 1 second. I'm going to stream to you guys so you guys can be up to date with that. Hopefully it doesn't screw up my stream. I'm so sorry if it does. But it's just how it goes, okay? I'm sorry.
Oh, this is juicy. Okay.
Oh, yeah. The first one I told you is not a crime, but it is drama. And let me let you guys see what we've got for today. If it decides to show up. Show yourself, coward. Oh, I see. Got it. There you go. All right. Let's mute the music. And let's start, shall we?
I was sitting next to a girl, and Mary was overthinking, so I got switched to next to me.
2 flights to go after this. Fuck you. Fuck your girl.
This guy is on his way to the Philippines to meet his girlfriend for the first time and move there permanently. And on his first of 3 flights, he happened to be seated next to a woman, so his girlfriend thought he was cheating and broke up with him. Anytime that Brandon has to interact with any woman ever, it's basically the end of the world. I know I make a lot of hyperbolic statements, but I honestly think this is the most toxic relationship I've ever seen on
my
the
first
show.
jewel
Because
down
of the
there,
jealousy and
place.
insecurity
It's going
issues
great.
between them, they have decided to
That's
FaceTime
okay.
24/7 no matter what.
Smells bad.
FaceTiming.
Oh, she doesn't even trust him to go to the bathroom in his own house. She's worried that some woman's just gonna randomly spawn in when he goes in there to take a dump. Is that what she thinks is gonna happen? Like, I
Spawn
don't
in.
understand. What is the scenario here? Does somebody climb through the window and start hitting on him when he's just sitting there? Hey, I couldn't help but notice that it only kinda smells in here. You wanna go out?
I spend
Oh my God.
every single hour, every single minute, every single second on video call with Mary every single day. Since
That
I
is
met
psycho.
Mary virtually, we started to.
I mean, there's
be
difference
on the
between
phone
wanting to,
more
but
and more
like,
and more
I don't
until It
know.
just became a mutual agreement that we would just
It's
be
the
on the phone
motive
24/7.
behind
And this is
it.
no
It is the
exaggeration.
motive,
Brandon has
yeah.
admitted that he can't even hold a job because
Context,
obviously no
Steven.
jobs are going to allow
Yes.
him to FaceTime all day. This also means that Brandon can no longer have any private conversations
jobs
with
are
friends
gonna
or
let him
family since
FaceTime
Mary
all
will
day.
always be
Yeah.
there, always listening. It's almost like the beginning of some sort of horror movie. I think there's an idea there.
She also has 8 tattoos total. 2 or 3 of them have my name on it. So
Oh,
yeah, it's a
no.
big deal. When I get there,
That's,
I just hope that we won't be
oh,
fighting
sorry.
That's
like
a
we
big
do,
oof.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything is going to be a lot better.
So it becomes clear pretty quickly that Brandon is absolutely exhausted with this whole situation, which is understandable because it's exhausting just to watch. It sounds like most of the time they're just
exhausting
fighting and
to
arguing,
hear.
and obviously he's unable to go do anything on his own. So he's just stuck inside all day, taking craps and naps while she's watching him and arguing everywhere in between. Now the situation is definitely very
dreams,
sad because
dreams.
Brandon has a lot of childhood trauma. It sounds like his dad was just a terrible person and very abusive, and his mother struggled with addiction. He had to live on his own at age 15, but eventually his godparents found out and they took him in, so he now lives in their camper outside of their house. And then at some point he met Mary online and she globbed onto him and continued to make his life difficult.
Bob done.
A lot because we're so far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we fight like almost every day. You know that. I can't just go out.
I think she
and
can't
talk
handle a
to
long distance
any girl
relationship.
working
That's just a
or
hunch.
I-
Like,
receptionist or
That's just a hunch.
register
Yeah.
without
Is it a hunch?
me
I don't
fighting.
I don't
know.
know.
You
Getting
hear
kind
that?
of
The
a,
poor guy
like,
can't even
with
talk to a cash
of
register
that
without
off
them
the
fighting.
wind.
You know what? In a weird way,
Fucking
I think their
context
fighting
clues.
may actually decrease, at least for a short period once he gets there, because then she can keep an eye on him 24/7. That's what I thought for about 30
That's so
seconds until I
scary.
realized,
This guy
wait a
almost
minute,
sounds like
she's already
Charlie, but
keeping an
not
eye on him
really.
24/7.
Sounds
What
like
am I
who?
talking about?
Charlie, but not as
Feel
deep.
bad right now because
He does kind of sound like Charlie, yeah.
I'm not.
friendly to other girls.
By saying what?
Yeah,
Hello?
Brandon, you're being way too friendly. You can't be friendly to all these women out in the world. If you
Breathing
see
in
a
their
woman
space,
ever, you
like-
just gotta scream at
How
them and tell them
dare.
you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
If a woman ever says hello to
Resisting.
you, you should just turn around and sprint in any direction as fast as possible, like Paul. So in this next part, Brandon goes
Do
to the
some
dentist,
screaming as
and
well
of course
with
he has
that.
to bring Mary with him. So he asks his dentist if he can put the camera in the corner, and she's like, okay, what for? And he's like, oh, my girlfriend who lives in the Philippines wants to watch so that she can have a mental breakdown when she finds out you're a woman.
Is it okay if I put the phone up somewhere where?
This is not real. I refuse to believe
There's-
this is real. Like,
Of course.
Is it okay if I put my phone up in the corner where my significant other can scream at me?
And what's her name?
Mary.
Hey, Mary. Hello.
She's like, bitch.
How long you guys been dating?
she totally took a second.
we've
She's
been
like,
dating
how
for
dare you?
Over 2 years now.
Is this your first love?
Uh-oh.
No, it's not.
Just slide.
Oh!
Just slide.
Go show Dr. Tammy your films.
That was like perfect comedic timing. That could not have been any better. I love the way that the dentist just looks over at Mary and sees her crying and just completely ignores the whole thing.
I hate this.
She's
Well, that was
100%
pretty fucking
laughing.
Weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go show
She's
the doctor your
100%
film.
fucking laughing.
You said I'm your first love, but now you said I'm not.
What she means
You
by
would have
that
got
is,
upset
like,
with him
first
either
girlfriend.
way, so.
I have an ex too, but he's not my first love.
What?
Bullshit.
You put it
Bullshit.
like
That doesn't even
that,
make
she
sense,
was
girl.
my first love.
I think it's like shit. I didn't
You just
love
said
him like
no.
I love you. Like
Babby, I'm sorry. It's not what I meant.
I don't know what I said. Just can you tell me everything to say before I say it? It'll be a lot easier that way because I'm gonna end up saying something you don't like. Seriously, this is only episode 1. I'm already exhausted. The guy can't do
put
anything
my
on his own. He
finger
can't
in
even go
it.
fishing. She thinks he's gonna cheat when he's out fishing.
Is there gonna be cell service when we get to the river spot?
Yeah, it might not be as good of fishing there, but we
man, just try to
pick
get his teeth
somewhere,
pulled and
that
that's deal with
had
the shit.
a
Like,
little bit of service.
Okay.
Oh, great, thank you. Mary just watched Lady in the Water last night, and she's worried that some woman's gonna come swimming up from the river and seduce me. I don't even think that's what that movie's about, so I don't know where she got that idea. But yeah, basically,
she's
fishing
probably
is a
secretly
big
jealous
no-no.
of his
A lot
mom
of
or
a lot of
something
things can
unhinged,
happen.
like-
I
while you're
know.
fishing.
What if he had a
The
sister?
last time I tried to
Yeah.
go fishing, Mary thought that I was cheating on her with someone else. No,
She's
that's
got
disgusting.
major issues.
Oh,
Like
no.
you gotta get
Seconds,
that
I just
checked
got 2
out,
bars
girl.
back.
Yeah.
So I have to be on the phone with Mary.
Or
when
get
I
a
go,
local boyfriend.
or we have a really big fight.
And guess what? Mary is not
No.
even awake
You know
what?
right
I
now.
think
She's
maybe
gonna sleep through the
relationship
whole
isn't
thing.
for
You
her.
may
She
have
needs
Just
noticed
in
that
general,
Brandon's
yeah,
godparents
like-
are very
They
supportive
can
I don't
of
think
their
she's ready.
relationship, but
I
the
don't
same
think
cannot
she's
be
ready.
said
You
for his
have
mother and his siblings.
No.
major, major issues that need to be taken care of.
Therapy.
She looks happy.
And you guessed it, Mary doesn't even like the idea of Brandon hanging out
She
with his
looks
mother and
happy.
his sister.
I'm sorry I haven't been able to come over to your house.
Yeah.
Because it's a house full of women and Mary's not okay with that.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
What does she
Imagine
want him to
being
do?
his
Does she want to
relative
put him
and
in a
hearing this
box
shit,
or
like,
put him in a
it's
jar
weird.
all day? It sounds like even when he's in the Philippines, he's never going to be able to go anywhere by
Like, you
himself.
think
And if he
you
does,
think
I bet
when
he'll
you
still
hear
have to
someone say
FaceTime her.
it
This
out
means that he is
loud,
never
like-
going to be able to work
Yeah.
or make money for
Sounds
the
as
rest of his life.
It sucks
As you
that
think.
it
It
spills
sounds.
over into the family dynamic. You can't come see me because I live in a house with females.
I mean, that's
You
exactly
can't
it
spend
though.
time with
Like,
your
it affects
siblings
everybody else
because
too.
she's a female and she has friends possibly that might come over.
Now, this is very bizarre because she insists on always FaceTiming him. She's going to hear very private conversations about her because, you know, they're going to have to talk about it. So before they've even met, she already doesn't like his family and his family already doesn't like her. So yeah,
Well,
a few more
fucking
weeks
good.
go by and
Fucking
Brandon leaves for the
good.
Philippines. And it's actually
The
pretty sad because his
consequences
mother
of my
acknowledges
actions?
that because of her own
What?
issues, she couldn't be there for him properly as a mother. And now that she's clean and trying to mend things, Mary has come along and driven a wedge between him and his whole family. Oh yeah, there's one more thing
That's
I
sad.
forgot to mention. I was going to show this part, but I don't actually have the clip. So early on, Mary admits that sometimes when Brandon is sleeping, she pretends that there's a power outage and her phone died so that she can go out and hang out with her friends. Of course, her friends are 3 guys, and she says that she doesn't tell Brandon because he gets insecure. She also
This is
claims
not
that
real.
Brandon made her drop out of her education because
no.
of jealousy issues, but that's just entirely what she claimed, and we didn't see him have any opinion on that at all. So yeah, I definitely think that
What?
part of her insecurity has to do with the fact that she's lying to him, so she's worried that he could do the same to her.
Honestly,
And
That's
the
what I
problem with constant
feel.
communication. Everybody needs
Protection,
time
yeah,
to themselves,
yeah.
time with their family, time with their friends, away from their
You
partner.
hear that a lot
Anyway,
when
let's
guys
get
are
back to this
controlling like
plane
this.
ride
It's
and see
because
what
they're
happens.
cheating on their girlfriend. Like that's the whole thing.
I was gonna
It's the other way
pause.
around. It's that Peter thinks, if I'm doing it, obviously they must be doing it. Because
Right.
That's exactly what I was thinking too, because it's pretty common, right? They say if somebody is so like hung up on the fact that you're cheating or like whatever, blah blah blah, they're gonna accuse you constantly. It's more than likely that they're cheating. They're cheating on you, and that's the reason why. It's because they're projecting.
Or
But
if they like go through your phone or something because they want to catch you like texting somebody.
yeah, because they don't want to be caught, so then they have to put it on you instead. You know,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Unhinged.
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 really.
On the flight from Eugene to Los Angeles
Fun
now.
this diamond painting thing is a lot of fun.
103.
Yes, I love it.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
The only thing I'll say is all these little cat hairs that like suddenly are now appearing.
Oh no,
As
that's
I'm
never a good
doing the
sign. If you see
painting, it's
20
like,
minutes
why?
later, it could only be
Big
something
same.
bad.
Still a cat who just appear out of
Uh-oh.
nowhere. Like,
Let me
especially at the
see
moment you
who's
don't
next
know.
to you.
So already Mary's on edge because there was like a 20-minute window from when Brandon was sitting on the runway to when he was up in the air and could
I would
use
just
the
get a
Wi-Fi.
male
So
flight
think
attendant
about it.
like
In that
ask him
20
to, like,
minutes when the
pose with
plane
me.
was taking off, he easily could have
And
cheated.
it couldn't
Even though he's
be
flying
the
across
flight
world to
attendant
live permanently
outfit.
with his girlfriend, he easily
So-
could have cheated on the first plane in the first 20 minutes. So once she finds
Maybe
out that
she's
he's
that
seated
fucking
next to a
stupid.
woman,
Maybe.
Oh my god, what a
I
betrayal.
mean,
It's over.
Maybe
I'm
she's
going-
that fucking
I'm
dumb.
in the air. There's a girl next to me,
Great.
and I'm showing Mary, and she's getting those insecurities and
So he is literally going to message her the entire flight, which means that he will have no time to cheat. It's going to be impossible to cheat if you're typing back and forth with somebody the entire time. And yet she just keeps accusing him of cheating over and over again. And he's like, how? How would I even do that? Explain how that's even possible.
I'd be
if
like,
I'm
okay, I
talking
get some
to you.
cheating.
Even if I
Bye.
wanted to
Have
hit
enough
on this
for me.
person, you just made me take a picture of her and record her. Now she's terrified.
when you buy plane tickets and you're picking your seat, it's not like you
Just
can
wow.
see what gender a person is sitting next to you. Like, I can't control that.
Yeah, okay, Brandon. I bet you hacked into the database and found out who was sitting in every single seat and got every single girl's number. And I bet that after that, you got every person's number that you ever saw for the rest of your life, you liar. It's funny that she says he always wants to be with girls because in the very first episode, he says that he's now on edge if he's ever around women. It's literally the opposite. She's given him a
God.
fear of women. All he sees now every time is just a giant fight waiting to happen. You know, in the beginning, I was exaggerating when I said that he should just run away like Paul. But at this point, I think that might be his best option.
And I know that no one can seduce
He
me
just
and
needs
make
to
me
fake
change
his
my
death at
mind
this point.
about Mary.
I will help you.
I've been
I'll help you,
wanting
man.
to go to the
I'll help
Philippines
you.
for
Oh
2
no,
years
the
now.
plane
I'm finally on
crash.
my way.
Oh no! Hey, girl, I am
There's no
very
body.
suppressed.
Feel
Wanna
exhausted by all of this
make
yet. Can you
out?
imagine being this guy? You know, I swear he's gonna go
So
bald
sad.
in like 3 years. You know that comparison of Obama when he first got elected to when he left office because of the stress
I'm not
of
saying
the
cheating
job.
is
You know?
okay
Well, I
ever,
think
but,
this
like,
is
if
even
anything
more
were to push
stressful.
him
This
to do
guy's
that,
gonna
it
look
would be
like
this kind of
Bilbo
behavior.
Baggins in 3
And,
years.
like,
I would allow him. I'll allow him. I'll allow it. Like a judge. I'm Judge Judy. I'll allow it.
gavel.
No one's sitting next to me.
Overruled.
We're just so used to overthinking and fighting over the phone that it's just become normal.
All right, I can't take it
Like-
anymore. I can't do it.
What enjoyment do you get out of
We
this
do have to watch
relationship?
them
I don't
meet,
get
though.
it.
You know, I can't
Like-
skip over that part. There's more? No. What? Oh no. Oh, how? How does he do this? Imagine how stressful that would be. You're flying over there to live there, and she's breaking up with you on the plane ride. But also, they probably break up with each other like every day, so I guess this isn't any different. Did I mention this guy gave her like all the
God.
money he had, which wasn't much, to help build her house?
Oh my gosh. You're right.
Didn't they just break up?
Don't worry about it. Sam?
That was
Shh.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we should.
Don't worry
Imagine if
about
she
it.
looked at her phone and she's like, Brandon, who is this
They
girl
do it
that
every
you're
day.
hugging and kissing right now? Are you kidding me?
It takes a lot of weight off my shoulders to finally put the phone away and just be there in the moment. This anxiety that I was having with our fights is finally gone.
I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know how to tell you this. Bruh. Girls in the Philippines also exist. Like,
And like service people exist when you go out to eat or you go shopping or your neighbors.
it's not gonna stop. Hi Ellie, how are you? Hopefully you had good dinner. It was a good dinner for yourselves.
Hello.
Hopefully. If you weren't here, this is Shami, as you are familiar with, and then this is Sam. Sam,
I'm not so familiar with, but I am here now.
you're familiar with her now. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's continue. If you guys are good.
Yes.
Okay.
Negativity and bull would just be behind us.
Imagine if they didn't end the call and they just decided to stay on FaceTime forever, you know? So anyway, that's it for today's video. Let's
If
hope
this is
maybe
guy's
things
first
go better now
relationship,
that
I have
he's
to think
there
so, based on
somehow
how he's
magically.
acting.
I don't know. I think for a long
I wanna
time,
see how
these two
they
will
are
have a pretty
doing right
unhealthy,
now.
obsessive relationship, but maybe
Yeah.
they'll chill out a little bit as they get older, or maybe not. We will see as the season progresses.
I
Anyway,
hope
I
we
hope
got
you
away
all
Wait,
have
this
a
is-
wonderful day,
honestly.
and I will see you next time.
Hold on. This is 3 weeks ago. So,
Oh,
this is
God.
current. This is current.
Oh God.
She seems like the kind of person that would throw boiling water on him while he's asleep because she had a dream he talked to another girl.
True. That is that's the case. This girl is psycho, dude.
No, literally, I dreamt you were cheating on me. I hate you. Like,
She probably thinks that every day. So like, I don't
She
know.
has to be cheating, right?
She has. To me, I think she's cheating.
well, she apparently like hangs out with dudes.
Yeah,
So
in secret. So I don't
yeah,
know. She's
so
probably having like an affair anyway.
I thought you were gonna say she was having like orgies or something.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? All right, all right, all right. Next one. Pick one or
Ah.
two. Pick one or two. Pick
Go with 2.
Yeah, two. Two. I was gonna say two.
all right. This is how a gaming community tracked down a murderer.
Oh.
All right, had a coughing fit for a second. All right, let's go.
Wonder which
Manaz
game.
Aman was a young Canadian man with a bright future and was studying mechanical engineering at York University. Or at least, so he led his parents to believe. In reality, he was never even accepted into the school's program, and instead of coming clean about his failure, he continued to allow the deceit to grow. As the years passed by, his double life became harder to hide, and with a supposed graduation mere days away, Manaz would snap in the most horrific of ways. Not only would he ultimately murder his entire family, but he was determined to make it known to as many people as he could.
Oh,
One by one,
jeez.
he would post pictures of his criminal actions to an online Discord community.
Not
And although
Discord.
initially thought to be a sick joke, one by one, his online friends realized that his violent actions were in fact all too real.
They were like, wait,
Without knowing his full name, age, or
You're for
even
real?
country,
This
the
is-
online Discord
this isn't
community were up
clickbait?
against the clock to reveal
This
his
is
true
for real,
identity
for real?
and stop any
Yeah,
further
it's for
murders from
real.
happening. But would they
For
find
real?
Manaz in time? And how many lives would he ultimately claim?
God.
Welcome back to Coffee House Crime, folks.
I
My
don't even
name is
know what
Adrian,
I
and today
do.
we're looking at the brutal case of Manaz Zaman.
Like, hey, we
also
have a
known as
murderer
the
in our
Discord
Discord.
killer. Coffee House Crime is all about covering true
I-
crime, strange, and
that was some
untold
woe
stories.
shit.
And the best way to support me is by subscribing to my channel. So, if you'd like to see more
Sorry,
videos like
sorry,
today's
I'm
case, please
sorry. That was a little unhinged. I'm sorry. I'm
You're
sorry.
not wrong,
But first,
though.
a quick
That's the
word from
thing.
our
Sorry,
long-time sponsor,
sorry,
Babbel,
sorry.
one of the top language learning apps in the
He's
world.
not watching this. It's fine.
Imagine this: you're on a holiday in Berlin. And
He
the
would
sunny
never.
weather
This is
absolutely
too
beautiful,
female
and you're
for
dying
him.
for a drink. Something
It's
cold
too
and
girl,
delicious like a nice
girly.
coffee. Thankfully, just like me, you've been using Babbel.
Diamond
So
painting?
if you're
Diamond painting, that's
relaxing or if
gay.
that's next to caffeine, there's
Disgusting.
no problem. And when they reply
This
with spice, lighter, and plus,
disgusting.
you know exactly what they mean. Being able to walk around a foreign country and still know where to find a good coffee is absolutely essential to me, and that's why I use Babbel. That's
True.
because
Yeah,
Babbel teaches
tell
you to
him-
have real
tell
and
him,
meaningful
Adrian.
conversations, including travel,
Get that
business,
money.
relationships, and more.
Get the
Babbel is
bag.
scientifically proven to help you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. It also has a 20-day
You can get the bag, but I want the entire.
Welcome
a
to
lot more
Bangladesh.
annoyed with stuff like that popping up, but as an adult, it's kind of like, you know what? Get your money. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Especially with somebody I like and I watch regularly and they get a new sponsor. I'm like, yes. Like,
Yeah,
Especially
that's
when they, like-
rent money, okay? That's rent money.
Oh yeah, or do like extra little things. Like the one person I watch, like, is it
Yeah.
like to like make an entire like animated thing on it? It's like, dude,
That's cool.
Oh
yeah.
wow, that is really cool. So I know some people, like Pint, they like go crazy for their sponsors. They like go wild. I'm like, you could be normal and just say things, but you went above above and beyond, you know. And as a sponsor, I'd be like, I want to sponsor this person more, you know.
you think? Although corporate isn't always.
Not always. All right, let's continue.
Bangladesh, folks. Although, truth be told, our story actually happens in Toronto, Canada. The
Uh
family of our story begins with a dream involving
Watch out for those
immigration.
Canadians.
Far away from the
how long
snow-capped
ago
ash
is
trees of Toronto,
Uh-oh.
we find the insanely busy streets of Bangladesh. And this
Although it
truly is
sounded
a
like
new
he's in
place
jail
for coffee
'cause he
house
was caught.
crime. With a
Cami
population of
better
just
look
over
out.
169 million people, Bangladesh is a
She said
giant
she's from
nation with a vibrant
Toronto.
history, ancient
She said
architecture,
it.
rich
I'm not
culture,
doxing
and
her.
of course,
Chat.
beautiful
Okay.
landscapes.
She said it. She
Bangladesh
said
tells a remarkable story
her
of growth,
response
success,
was,
poverty reduction, and
"You're You're gonna try to
development.
find me?
From
Good
being one
luck.
of the poorest
Toronto's
nations
huge.
at its dawning in 1971, the country managed to reach lower middle income status by 2015. And amazingly, it is on track to graduate from the UN's least developed countries list in 2026. Formerly being part of India and then Pakistan, it has outpaced both of its neighbors in terms of per capita income. And
Really?
incredibly, in a mere 60 years, life expectancy at birth has rocketed from 45 to 71 years. Although
God
most of us imagine
damn.
the great urban sprawl when we think of Bangladesh, it also has incredible natural beauty outside of its cities. Lakes, valleys, and wetlands spread across the country. And of course, we can't forget the Bay of Bengal to the south. As you can
Bay
imagine,
of
all of this is a
Bengal.
far cry from Canada, and more specifically Toronto. Titled the nation's financial and commercial centre, it comes with all of the
says
general
Toronto
taglines that
so
you'd
poshly.
expect. That being
Toronto.
multicultural, vibrant, and of course, diabolically
Hey man, I always hit
expensive
it up
to
with
live in.
whenever
Fun
like we
fact,
have
but
like
did
those
you know that there
Toronto
are more than
prices
10
around
million
here,
trees
the
in Toronto?
Torontonians. So
This incredibly means that
Meanwhile,
there are more trees than people.
most
It's a
Toronto
good thing
people
that
I
they
go is
can't wage
Toronto.
wars. Anyway,
Tirana,
our
yeah.
story today
Tirana.
begins with a hard-working man from Bangladesh named Monora Zaman. Happily married to his
Oh, a
wonderful
type
wife,
of
Mumtaz,
type of
who was born in
crafting.
India, the couple had lofty
Fuck
ambitions
Toronto.
for their
It's
future
too
family.
expensive.
They decided that in order to
What
achieve
type
the
of
life that they
crafting stream is this?
desired, it
This
was
is
best for them to leave their
diamond
home
painting,
countries
actually.
and find a
I
new
don't know
place
if
to
I
begin
can.
a family.
I
And
can
2
show
years
this
later,
off.
the two migrated
See?
to the great city of Toronto,
Diamond
in
painting,
Canada.
diamond
Fast forward
painting.
6 years,
Woohoo!
Monoraz and Mumtaz gave birth to their first son named Manaz. And to complete the family picture,
Is that
they
Toronto
welcomed their
person
daughter,
also
Melissa,
coworker?
into the world 2 years later. Monoraz and Mumtaz were naturally
Coworker.
brilliant
She is
parents,
a
with the family's
my
mother
my
being
my friend
particularly
in
close
Toronto.
with the
She's
children.
a
Friends
fellow
described
streamer.
Mumtaz as a
I'll go ahead
lovely
and give her a
pleasant
shout out,
person
actually.
who was known to be generous, caring, and kind. And she spent much of her time helping those that she cared the most
Hold
about.
on.
This included driving them to appointments, offering a way to pay for shared meals, or even making some of her famous dinner dishes, which, of course, she learned back
Looks
home in
good.
India. All in all,
Yeah,
Mumtaz
that
was
does
a
look
well-liked
good.
and well-respected woman in her neighborhood and the Bangladeshi expat community alike. Monoraz was more of an introverted
It's making
type
me
when compared to his wife. But that doesn't mean that he wasn't equally well
Log in.
respected. Described as a humble yet proud man, he was a deeply devoted Muslim that loved his family above all else, and worked as a taximan throughout Toronto's metropolitan area. Dedicated
My
and with
goodness.
many years of experience, he had an excellent understanding of the area that he serviced. As such, he received multiple Employee of the Month awards. And was
Nice.
recognized as one of the most outstanding taxi drivers in his company. With
God
both
damn,
parents
get
being
it.
ambitious immigrants, they naturally had high expectations for their children. Monoraz and Momotaz believed that Manaz and Melissa would go on to work in high-paying, respectable jobs that would go on to feed comfortable and prosperous lives. Although these humble parents didn't have much fortune while growing up, they were determined to give their children the opportunities they deserved. However, in return, they expected
Oops, I did
cooperation
not mean
and
to
nothing short of
hold that.
excellence from them back. After making the move to Canada, the parents' driven attitudes
Sorry.
found them slow but
There you
steady
go.
success. At first, they purchased a small home on McCowan Road, found in Scarborough, and eventually, with good financial management,
Do I have to do
they
this?
were eventually able to
I'm trying to
purchase two
turn off,
investment properties. The first being a condo in the same
Shield
town as
mode,
Scarborough, and
unfortunately.
the second a house close by in
To this-
Danforth. Momotaz
really
took the
sounds too close to
responsibility
home
of
with them
being the
talking about
rent manager
Toronto and
for
stuff.
both
It's
of
like
these
you always,
properties, and slowly
I
but
know.
surely
When
over
people talk
time,
about
the
these
family's
things,
wealth
it's
grew
so
while we
close to
rented
home.
out both houses. However, the Zaman family had also been growing over the years, and the now mother of two felt overburdened with the responsibility of 2 children and 3 properties. Her mother, Feroza, moved from India into the family household, allowing Momotaz
There
to
we
focus on
go.
the 2
Oh
children
my
and
gosh.
have a
So-
healthy
sorry
work-life
about that.
balance. By the year 2006, they purchased a larger 4-bedroom house in the nearby city of Markham, which is also home to a thriving Bangladeshi community. Now, at the time, it was very common to think that in order to succeed in life, you had to be in some sort of vocational job like engineering or medical. And of course, Monoraz and Momotaz took that
All I
mentality
wanted
to
to do
heart
was
and
shout
pushed
out
both their
Cammy.
children in that direction.
Ugh.
Melissa had dreams of becoming a neurosurgeon, and as for Manhaz, he was to become an engineer. However, despite their plans for their children to succeed, their paths to success were not going to be easy. Melissa was
Excuse me.
definitely more of a wild child.
That's the thing, though, is you
and
can't tell
although
your
she was
kid,
able
like,
to
what their
succeed
path is. They
academically,
have to
she
figure that
often
out.
rebelled and pushed back against her parents.
It's kind of a
Known
bad
for sneaking
situation
out,
where it sounds
drinking,
like it
and
was.
smoking
Parents
weed,
had too
she
high
enjoyed
expectations,
actively
and then the
challenging the
kids
authority
both
in her
felt like they
household.
didn't want
This,
it and also
predictably,
couldn't
was
keep
often
up.
met with strict
Right.
and even questionable discipline too. If
Not
Even
Melissa
though
broke her
love
curfew, then
murdered
her
for
father would
that,
lock her out
but
of the
no,
house,
but
forcing her to sleep outside.
it's one of
Being
those
the
things. It's
caring
like
mother,
seeing terrible
Momataz
people.
would
Yes,
often be
their
the one
actions
to
are their
secretly
own,
unlock the back door and
but it's
let her
interesting
daughter
seeing
back in.
behind what kind of made them
Right.
Yeah.
happen.
So this is her sister. Sorry, I was busy trying to turn off freaking shield mode. Are you watching a Canada housing video? No, this is a the title of this is How a Gaming Community Tracked Down a Murderer. So, this is true crime.
Houses in Canada.
Pedazzling. In a way it is. It is pedazzling. It's paint and dazzling your painting, so
Bedazzling. I like that.
pretty close.
But apparently, Melissa and her father's arguments sometimes got so bad that neighbors would call the police out of concern. Her older brother, Manaz, however,
That's
had
crazy.
quite
They
a
fought so
different
bad the cops
temperament.
were called.
Described as shy and reclusive, he was known to be his mother's favorite. Momataz cared for her son so much that she would often go out of her way just to do anything
I should
for
take
him.
a-
If he ever needed
take a sip.
ride, she would often be there to pick him up. She would cook his meals, clean his room, and always pick him up from school to give him a homemade lunch. Being the
That's so
firstborn,
nice.
Manaz
What
felt
the heck?
considerable pressure from his parents to succeed and to conform to their exacting standards. But while he wasn't in school or studying, he did use his free time to escape the real world and play video games.
Uh-oh,
Often diving
video
into
games.
MMO games
Never
such
fucking-
as Perfect World. In
Oh no, he
Perfect
played
World,
Perfect
Manaz was
World.
able to
God
play as
damn
an
it.
avatar of his very own creation. And through his avatar, he could interact and play with people all across the world, and free from his normal
Playing
shy and insecure
MMOs. Oh
personality.
no.
This game would quickly become
would
a
ever
form of
do
self-care
that?
for Manaz. And in
I knew
return,
video
he
games were
quickly
bad for
became
you.
obsessed, spending all of his free time there.
Shaking my
The only
head.
other place he spent quite a lot of his
Feeling
time
How
is
is the
was at
moisture not
mosque with his
traveling up
father.
the string?
Otherwise, he was in his room playing with his online friends. As he moved
I
into
don't
his
know.
senior year of high school,
Not sure.
Manaz had some very exciting news to share with his parents. Apparently, he had just been accepted into York University's mechanical engineering program. Now,
York
of course,
University
Monroe and Momataz were
Park.
extremely
Oh my
pleased to hear the
God.
news, and this solidified his position as the golden child of the family. While on the outside this may have seemed like a good thing, in reality it
This
put
reminds
even more
me
pressure on
of
Manaz to
that
succeed, giving him
also
less room for
Canadian story
mistakes
of
or
a
failure.
Chinese
And with
girl
all
that,
of this
like,
pressure
killed her
mounting,
parents, her
Manaz
brother
slipped
helped
even
her or
further into
something.
isolation
Yeah.
and online
Remember
gaming.
that? Yeah.
I do remember that. That was wild
Manaz
shit.
played on a modified version of Perfect World, run by its own group of players with their own rules and community. Through the popular online communication app named Discord,
Man, are
Manaz
Canadians
talked with his
just
friends
unhinged?
and
I
other
don't
Oh
players in the
fuck,
community. The
Discord.
environment here was normally quite
Never heard of
positive,
that.
with people forming
It's
genuine
Ever.
I mean,
connections
have you
with
seen our
others through the
geese?
game.
Like,
Many
truly.
even staying in contact for years
True.
after.
I remember
Now,
there
for
was a
someone
thing,
so
like,
shy in the
once a
outside
year,
world,
the Canadians
this was
put
a
all of
place
their
where Manaz
meanness into the
thrived.
geese, and
He
that's
likely
why.
felt much more
Yeah,
comfortable
Yeah.
expressing his true
Yeah.
and
I
authentic
guess somebody
self in
forgot
the
to put
game,
their
which is
meanness in their
quite the
geese, like,
contrast compared to the tense and
you
demanding
can't hold that in,
environment
man.
that he was used to at home. While
Gotta keep it
Manaz
to-
disconnected from the real world through his game, his sister continued to lash out and challenge her parents. At one point, even getting arrested
She's
for
so pretty,
shoplifting.
too,
But
man.
fortunately, for
She's
her,
beautiful.
the charges were later
Yeah.
dropped in exchange for community service hours.
Like
She
an
eventually
instant
moved
model.
out of the home to live with her boyfriend.
Is she the
But
one of the ones
despite
that's
her
dead?
departure, Manaz
Might
could
be
still
part
of
feel
the
the
story. We don't know.
attention that his sister left behind.
Guess we'll find
This
out.
increase
Yeah.
in pressure pushed him to once again recede even further into his game. Of course, further blocking out the world all around him. While Melissa began to move away from her parents' expectations, the parents turned toward their son as the saving grace of the family. They often spoke to their
man.
community about his accomplishments and would brag about how he was on track to be an engineer just like they wanted. However, Manaz had one very big secret. He wasn't attending York University at all. In fact, he had never been invited. In reality, he was attending a much less prestigious school named Seneca Community College.
Okay, at least
And
he's in
to top it
school
all
though.
off, apparently his grades were
Community
abysmal too.
college.
His non-curricular
God.
life was not too
No
peachy
more.
either. All he did was play video games
The
and he'd
face when
also
I
become an
went to community
atheist,
college.
which would be sure to upset his parents. He also complained about his lack of independence from his family.
Oh, is this
and
Inside
often
a
complained
Mind?
about how his
No,
main job
it's Coffee
controlled
House
every aspect of his
Crime.
life. This
Jerry
extended
says,
into
"I
his
hate
love
York."
life too. Manaz was actually dating
Jerry,
women
are you
online,
also
but
from
his parents
Canada
were
or
extremely
Toronto?
unhappy about it. And of course, this grated on him.
Oh God, it stuck to my hand.
Can I just put this?
Manaz hungered for some sort of control or autonomy in his life. And it looks like he found this through the game Perfect World alongside his friends.
I don't know. I've never actually played Perfect
Despite initially doing
World.
well in school, his grades
Me
began
neither.
to slip as he became more obsessed with the game. He began
Guess
to
it's like
skip
Second Life,
classes,
so.
and even for the first
Dang, I thought it
time
was
in his
inside of
life,
mine.
started
No,
to fail
I
subjects.
feel like a lot of
It
true
eventually
crime
got to
channels
the
are
point
British.
where Manaz was
I think it's
having
because
to repeat
they're
almost
nice
all
to
of his
listen to.
preliminary classes.
Like, I can
And with
listen to
having
a
little
British
interest left in
accent
university,
telling
he
me
officially
about
stopped going to class
murder
entirely, eventually
for
deciding
like
to solely
several
focus on his
hours
gaming life.
at the
While
very
all of
least.
this was going on, his
Somehow,
parents
like-
had no idea what was happening. They still believed that he was attending York University,
This
and the
man
longer
killed
that this lie
someone.
continued,
Oh,
the harder
lovely.
the truth
Okay.
would be to swallow.
Yeah.
Despite not
Tell
actually
me
attending
more.
any classes,
Sip-
Manaz would
let me get
still
my
travel
tea.
to the
Hold on.
campus daily.
Would you like a
Yeah,
pot
well,
of
my
tea as
However,
well?
instead of
blankets,
going to
maybe a
class,
cat.
he would set his
Would you
laptop
like a
up in
cuppa?
cafe
Thank
and
you.
play Perfect World instead. He would then go to the gym and work out, travel back home, and continue playing late into the night. As Manaz
Damn, at least
continued
he's
to
staying
grind instead of
healthy.
studying,
There's
he
some
sometimes
MMOers
mentioned to his online
who
friends
don't.
that he was thinking about
I mean,
Burner.
he
leaving
sounds
the
like a
game
fairly
for
normal
good.
guy. He
He
was
would
in college,
often
he played
darkly
games,
joke about
went
how
to
he
the
was
gym,
going to jail
like...
soon.
Jerry,
so
you're
his
from
friends didn't know
Brampton.
why. Although the average person may see those messages
I
and
see.
find them concerning,
I think
Manaz
I'm familiar with
apparently was
Brampton,
well known for
actually.
posting edgy and often disturbing humor like this in his Discord. So, to all of his friends around him, it didn't seem to ring any alarm
let's
bells.
see.
He was also
Tea? Any
known for
other
joking about
teas?
homophobia, religion, and other sensitive topics. But
How
with this
dare
being a
you.
gaming
Gay
community,
people
no
are
one paid
amazing.
any real attention to his negative comments. As time passed
As
by,
they shouldn't.
it became apparent that his humor was becoming darker and much more sinister. Manaz was
Okay,
trying to
I
provoke
think the
reactions
square
from
is
the
good.
group, and his jokes were becoming so offensive that it resulted in multiple week bans from the community. Safe to
Nice.
say, Manaz clearly didn't have much going on in his real life, and now that he was banned from Perfect World, he had time to realize the gravity of his ongoing lies. He couldn't keep the
Oh,
facade
no.
up for much longer either. The year was now 2019, and he was 4
I missed
years
a
into
tea
his
over
impressive
here,
deception.
actually.
Which also meant that, by
Could
the end
you?
of this
I wish
summer,
I could
he was
control F
supposed to
my
graduate.
painting and see
To
where all
stop
the
his
letters
parents
are.
from learning the truth, he gave them the fake
Control
graduation
F all the
ceremony dates of
letters?
July the
Yeah.
23rd. And
That's
as
why I
that
keep
came moving
them.
Closer, he began to exhibit
Sounds so
even more
debate if it was
disturbing and sinister
electronic
behavior
or
online.
online, then you would be like accidentally like delete all of them or something.
Changing his online
Alright.
name
Yeah.
to subhuman and don't deserve life.
At least
He
I
began to
certainly
joke
would.
about taking his own life
I find
and
a way.
talked about how it
Deserved
felt to be
life, so
consumed
dramatic.
by worthlessness. Perhaps due to his normalized toxic behavior in the past, but the people he chatted to barely took any notice of these messages.
Burner and banning
If
you.
anything, they most likely saw a sad kid simply looking for attention. While Manaz fretted and began to spiral even further, his sister was beginning to mend her relationship.
I'm
with her
fucking banning you.
parents. And after moving back in with the family, she herself actually began to attend York to study science. From an outsider's perspective, the family seemed
Well,
to be happy and
nice.
successful, with new beginnings and an increasingly positive future. Realizing that he was
Get
about
out.
to lose his title as the golden child, one member of the family
Oh
was
my
about to
god,
carry
Burner.
out the
Get the
unthinkable.
fuck. Get the fuck out of
The
here.
date was July
Don't
the
you have dailies to
22nd.
do?
It was a Saturday, and the day before Manaz's alleged graduation ceremony.
haven't
Throughout the
forget.
morning, all other members of the family headed out to work. Monoraz hopped into his taxicab, Momotaz headed to a property, and Melissa headed to a part-time job at the grocery store. To put things short, the day began like any other
Grocery
workday, and
store.
at around 3 p.m., Manaz's mother and grandmother
why I
headed
said it like that.
upstairs to go for a nap,
I like how he said
which
it.
was just part of their daily ritual.
You just got
It was
home?
during this time,
Oh, welcome
and while
home.
knowing their
Welcome
schedule, that Manaz menacingly made his first move.
What's
thus
your-
beginning a terrible series of
what's your
actions
first,
that would change the family forever.
plans?
Silently breaking into his mother's bedroom, he struck her over the head with a crowbar,
I
knocking
guess
her
so.
unconscious.
Thank you.
And afterwards, to make sure he finished the job, he cut her throat before walking out of the room and back down to his computer.
Why?
Opening up
She
Discord,
made
as he
her
had done thousands of
nice
times before,
lunches.
He prepared to send the first of multiple graphic messages. For all of the members of the community to see, he posted a picture of his mother's bloodied body with the murder weapon lying next to her. Shortly
my
after, he went
God.
upstairs again, crowbar in hand, and did the very same thing to his grandmother. And just as before,
She didn't even do
he walked
anything.
back downstairs, opened Discord,
Does this guy
and
have
then
any
posted the
friends or
gruesome
somebody to
evidence
talk
of his
to?
crime.
Like, do I
Those
have to
Anime
more
night?
accustomed to Manaz's dark humor assumed that this was likely just another sick joke.
What are you gonna
albeit
watch?
Fake.
What are you
However,
planning on watching?
other people who were not so familiar with his behavior were quite alarmed. Both photos appeared to be extremely realistic
Yeah, let
and
us know
seemed
what you're
unlikely
watching.
to be a hoax. After these photos, Manaz posted a message to say, I
I
killed
wanna
my mum
know.
and granny so far,
We gotta
waiting for my
know.
sister in 5 minutes and my dad in an hour. It was at this moment that other gamers started to take him seriously, recognizing that the situation was potentially an
What a
ongoing
beautiful
murder
house,
spree.
too. Oh my god.
By now, several Discord users were convinced that they were experiencing multiple homicides
Oh,
right
link
in front
click?
of their eyes. And
How are you
even
gonna watch
worse,
anime with
there was nothing they could do
people
to
when
stop
someone's
it.
gonna read the
Gamers
subs out?
scrambled to try and figure out
Who
who
would
this man
read the
was
subs
to try and
out
stop any
loud?
further murders from occurring. But Manaz had long been both coy and covert. Nobody knew his name, age, or
Supernatural
even the country that he lived
detective
in.
story.
One of Manaz's
Damn.
closest
I
online
wanna
friends, named
watch that
Junior, was
now.
messaged by several other people within the
I
Discord
don't know if I've
community.
heard of that one.
These messages spurred him into
Click
action,
link.
and he asked Manaz
I've heard
if
you
these
guys
images
talking
were
about
in
it.
fact real. Manaz responded by saying that sadly they were, and that furthermore, he was going to kill both his father and sister in the coming hours. And even worse,
somebody
there
from
was
his
nothing
Discord
that
call the
anybody
cops or
could do.
what? Like,
Several agonizing
What can you
minutes later,
do?
Melissa
Because you don't know where
returned home
they
to an eerily
live.
silent
oh
house,
yeah, that's
and
true.
only
That's
after
true.
she closed the door and walked further
Call the
into
cops.
the house to
Call the cops.
investigate
All right,
was
where
she met
where
with
is this?
Manaz. Her brother attacked
I
her
don't
in the
know.
same manner as he did their mother and grandmother, with a crowbar in hand. After her death, Manaz once again took a photo of her body, this time privately sending it to another one of his friends on Discord
Oh,
named
fuck.
John. He captioned the message, saying that his
Photo
sister had fought him for
afterwards?
almost 10 minutes, both crying and screaming the entire time. Another private
Well, of
message
course.
read,
She's
"Literally told
fucking
my parents My
dying.
uni graduation was July the 28th. I couldn't have delayed it any longer. I
Why
did
would
this
she not
because
fight
I don't
you?
want my parents to feel the shame of having a son like me. I'm a pathetic coward
Um,
and a subhuman." Manaz then sent John more
detective
pictures,
story, don't mind
including
me.
a picture
I'm done
of the
3
murder
for 3
weapon,
tonight.
and, even more disturbing, a selfie with the bloodstained knife. Horrified, John sent those photos to the rest of the group, proving that Manaz had gone through with a third murder. Members of the Discord community were sensibly saving them immediately, ensuring that they could build as much evidence against Manaz as possible.
That's
Manaz
smart, but
went
I
back
can't
to
imagine
playing his
how, like,
game as if
traumatizing
nothing
that
had
would be. My
happened,
God.
waiting until around midnight when his father eventually came home. The young man was ready to catch his father off guard, and after Monoras walked into their garage, he too was bludgeoned over the head. This was met with a familiar knife afterwards. As with all other members of his family, Manaz then posted a photo to the Discord community, who knew that, despite their best efforts, had failed to stop his monstrous plan. Replying to one of the users, Manaz wrote, "I'm a pathetic coward and a subhuman. Since I'm an atheist, I believe there is no afterlife. So I was scared to die, and I wanted them to die so they didn't suffer knowing how much of a pathetic subhuman I was. It's all
See,
very
this is the
selfish.
issue.
I'm just pathetic." To another friend,
This is
he
the
wrote,
issue, though,
"I've just
right?
slaughtered my entire family."
Like, the biggest issue here I find is that it was pressure, right? It was pressure
Yeah.
definitely from, like, there's no issue, I think, with trying to have your child be, like, be a good, like, do well in school, sure.
Like, every parent wants their child to succeed. Like,
Right.
that's not, you know.
When it
However,
gets to the
saying,
point
like,
when, like,
yeah. Go ahead, Sam.
no, it's just like when it gets to the point where they're like actively afraid to like say that they're not on the path you wanted them to be.
Right.
That's kind of
Something went wrong.
Well,
yeah.
I think too, one of the things that the biggest thing that stood out to me was um when he said you're the last hope that we have for like honor in this family. And it's just like you cannot
Yeah.
put an entirety of not only your mom and dad but your entire like ancestry as a you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, earlier too, when they were like talking to their friends and family about like, oh, we wanted him to be an engineer and he is, and it's like, okay, well, what about what he wants? Anybody ask him that? Like, what his own hopes and dreams are? Like,
But like at the same time, what do you do if he answers, I just want to play Perfect World? I don't want to do anything. I just want to play Perfect World for the rest of my life.
that's
You know,
a different
like
conversation. That's it. But at least give him a chance.
yeah.
Like nurture his desire to explore that kind of thing. Like, oh, you like video games? Why don't you try graphic design or coding or art or something, right?
Like, what do you think you would be better at than others, than
yeah,
what's currently out there, you know?
yeah.
Wait, you were listening to the video? I thought it was pressure for the pedazzle. Yeah, it's definitely giving me pressure to do this as fast as possible. By the way, I don't know how far you are on yours,
I'm still
but
working on my first like color.
first
Yeah,
color.
same.
I mean, I am too, but I don't know how far you are on, like, are you still on the
How do you
top? Are you
know?
in the
I
middle?
top.
Same.
Top?
Still doing top.
Like the first like quarter, I guess you could say.
Okay. How do you know what?
Pulling
I'm
my
sorry.
W. So I was gonna ask with the
Oh, jeez.
play stuff. I guess when it stops, kind of picking stuff up, do you just put more of it in there? Is there a way to take it out?
No, you can just put more of it in, I think. I
Sick.
usually just press more in because
Okay.
I think it just rubs off or whatever it is. It like breaks down in its own way. So you should be
I
okay.
guess it would wear down, so you just kind of be. It'd be like putting a new eraser in.
Yeah.
Similarly, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
only male in regular cultural sense can transfer legacy in terms of needs, inheritance, and that BS. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. I 100% agree, especially as a person with East Asian um background. That means a lot. Like firstborn, at least in the old times, like there's a lot of pressure on the firstborn to be the leader and the best, right? But the problem with that is how much pressure that puts on them. And on top of that, being male, you are also carrying the line or the carrying the name as well. Thankfully for me, I'm a second child and I'm a girl. So I'm a failure on all sides.
That's
um
why I'm streaming. No, I'm kidding.
that's why I'm streaming.
I'm not a doctor. Thank you.
Welcome to Disney. No, I'm just but yeah, so I can definitely see that.
Also
However,
with immigrant families too, I think there's that extra added pressure because of like we sacrifice everything for you and your future, and that's why we came over here.
yeah, and I feel that way too,
Yeah.
even now, like for myself. However, I also feel like, how do I say this? I also feel like you can still recognize if something is the case, like culturally, but you can also recognize still this is not good for people. Like this is no long this is like
Get with
This
the
at one
times.
point was a tradition that could have helped and been helpful, but now it's just kind of harmful and
tradition. That's the word
Right.
I'm looking for.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I also feel that way. I feel like there are some traditions that are good and that can carry you and are full of life and vigor and joy. Um
Christmas.
yeah, and they give you a lot of positivity. But there are a lot of traditions that are negative as well, and it's our responsibility is in the next generation to refine and figure out those that just don't work for you and then move on to the next. And I'm sure the next generations after us, they'll be like, all right, whatever the freaking zoomers and millennials were doing, this isn't working. This needs to change because, culture and climate changes all the time. So,
I
Right.
mean, you can't fish out of a lake that's dry. It's not going to be helpful. It's like, oh, but it's tradition. There ain't no fish.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a great analogy, actually. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing left here. Let's try something new. Let's try somewhere else new. Like,
I'm just sad I
Thank
can't
you,
throw a
Ashley. That's
stone
analogy.
anymore. One federal environmental charge changes one's nature enough. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be. But all right. You girls okay with continuing?
yes.
Yeah.
Uh, we've got about 6 minutes left in
I'm
this.
worried I'm gonna run out of like my little square here.
Run out? What do you mean?
Like, I'm worried I'm gonna use it all before my painting's done.
I think you'll be okay. Because remember, some areas will not have that color. Not like at all. Like I only have a little bit. If you want to look at,
No, I
I
mean
only have
my
a little
like
bit.
the thing you dip your pen in. I'm worried about running out of
Oh,
that.
the little square pink purple
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
the clay square. Okay.
yeah.
Um, I mean, do you feel it's not sticking anymore?
Uh, it seems to be like. I mean, I've loaded up my pen at least like 5 times already. It seems to be like kind of drying out fast, I guess.
And you're like capping it, I guess, because it shouldn't be drying that quickly.
I am leaving it just out in the open air because I thought it would be like okay while we were just sitting here. Maybe not.
Well,
Like I
it's
think
clay, so it's like it's gonna dry.
then let me start putting it in like an empty. Okay.
Wait, were you? Did you ball up your clay?
Like I stick. No, I stick my pen in it.
Yeah, but like you should have a piece of plastic on top of it, right?
I do, yeah.
Did you put the plastic on top again after you?
It just had one piece. Like it had one piece on the bottom, and that was it.
There wasn't another on the top?
No.
So
Is there actually 2 plastic pieces?
what does so does when you feel the clay,
Oh, I'll be
does it
tapping.
feel tacky or does it feel dry?
It feels a little sticky.
Okay. Why don't you do you have plastic wrap at home?
I have like the empty gem bag. I just stuck it in there real quick.
Yeah, but there's still air there. What you want to make sure is when it comes to making sure clay is still usable,
Oh, I
you
mean, like I'll put it away properly when I'm done. Like I'll put it in like a Ziploc or something.
well, what I'm saying is like you need it to be pressed against both sides. And the reason why is because it makes sure that there's no oxygen that will dry that out. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if you put it back into the bag. There's oxygen in there. They'll still dry it out. It needs to touch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can do that here.
Yeah, if you can do that. I'm just concerned that your clay will dry completely and then you won't be able to do the painting anymore because you don't have any
Yeah.
more clay.
Okay, I have it like sealed-ish for now.
Okay, sounds good. Everyone okay with continuing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Sorry
twinsies
about
there.
that.
And will likely
No
spend
worries.
life in jail if I manage to survive. I'm sorry.
Hey man,
You
if
want
you're
the
having issues, you're
pics?
having issues.
Manaz
At least
sent
you're talking it
countless
out and
messages
figuring
to
it
his
out.
friends later
Yeah.
that night, apologizing for his actions while sharing images of the murder scene. But
God
not all
forbid I
was
have to make
lost in
another
finding their
Temu
killer.
order.
In fact, they were just
Oh
about to
god,
get
oh no.
lucky. One of the
Can't have
members of the
that.
community eventually worked out how to acquire Manaz's IP address. An IP address is a unique
That's what I was
identifier for
thinking.
internet-connected devices that
Like
can
with
give an
his Discord,
indication of
get
their
his.
geographical location. If they could find it and then connect
his
it to a
ass.
home address,
Yeah.
they might have a shot at alerting the police to the
But that's the issue is that that requires how are you going to get his IP? Because they're not friends with him on Discord unless they accept it, right?
He
Like you
said he was
can't.
like DMing some guy like photos of his dead family. So
Yeah, but if the guy doesn't know how to get his IP
he
and doesn't
wouldn't,
have the
but like the investigators do. It seems.
yeah, the investigators do, but they need access to that person's like computer then, right?
Mhm.
And that's it's kind of like I'm trying to think of an analogy. Like they can't just know where it is unless they have the machine that is. And even then, that's kind of a technique that to obtain somebody else's IP, that's not really a natural technique, I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
location of their online acquaintance.
Like I don't
With
think
this valuable information collected, his
normally you
location
would
had been
know
whittled
how.
down to the city of
No.
Toronto. One of the Discord members, who was located in Minnesota, contacted his local police department, who then transferred him to Toronto PD. and after forwarding Manaz's name and IP address, officers got to work with the concerning details. Friends kept Manaz engaged in the meantime, one asking, "What will you do with the rest of your time now?" At this point, the action is done. Manaz replied with, "Eat junk food, visit my girlfriend, drink and smoke." I've
You have
never
a
dragged
girlfriend?
alcohol or
That's a
cigarette.
shame.
Ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
For some reason, you didn't
ex-girlfriend.
read that out.
From here on out, it was simply
Visit
a
your
matter of time.
ex-girlfriend?
Responding
She's dead,
officers
dude.
were able to track the IP address, contact the local service
doesn't want
provider,
to.
who were then able to give the actual address to where Manaz's family lived. You know, for someone as obsessed with both gaming and computers, you would have thought that Manaz would have used some kind of VPN to hide his location. So, I guess it looks like that golden child was not actually that intelligent to begin with. 12
God
hours
damn.
after the first murder occurred, and officers were knocking on the
Kinda
front
deserve
door
that,
of the Zaman
though.
residence.
Yeah.
What he could have used was NordVPN. Did you know he wouldn't have gotten caught if he was under? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that.
Surfshark.
Yeah, if only he used Surfshark.
Peering upwards, they noticed a figure looking at them through the
Need
front
to
bedroom
eat while you're waiting
window.
for the
Now,
cops to
at this
come.
point in
Hello,
time,
friend.
officers did not have that much to work with. All
Order
they
from
knew was that
DoorDash.
members of an online
$20
community
in your
were
first
making
order.
bizarre and dark
$20
claims.
off.
However, Manaz was ready to make it easy for them, and
Rainy
after sending a
shadow
final
legends.
message on Discord,
Is that
which
the
said,
cops
"The
or your
police are
food? You
here,
better answer
goodbye," he made his own way downstairs, opened the door, and gave himself up to the authorities.
Oh.
Asking
Dude,
him
he just,
to his
like,
home,
right away was
Manaz
just,
replied
like-
with,
He was
"My
like,
family." When
well.
another officer asked where they were, Manaz replied with, "You'll see." As the
It's a little
authorities
sad
began
that
to
he just
explore
was
the
immediately,
silent
like,
home, its
resigned
morbid
to
secrets
his
were
fate,
revealed
I don't
after
know.
an officer
What is he
stumbled
gonna
over
do?
one of the bodies.
Run from the
Monora's
cops? He's a
and Vanessa's
nerd.
No,
family
I'm not
first.
saying.
Then came the discovery of Mama
Can't do
Thomas
fucking
and
shit.
finally for Rosa. Toronto PD
a
immediately
nerd.
placed Manaz under arrest
It's true.
on suspicion of homicide.
I'm a nerd
before
too.
transporting him to the local police station for
I would
processing
fucking
and
just die if
interrogation.
I saw
During
him.
his
I'd be like,
interview,
well,
Manaz seemed
you got
entirely
me.
unfazed as he recounted the events,
You
almost
got
as if it meant absolutely
Yeah, you
nothing
got
to
me.
him. He was eventually charged
up,
with 3
boys.
counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of second-degree murder. The case was essentially a slam dunk in court, as the Perfect World community that had been
Slam
monitoring the
dunk.
case in real time
That's
had saved
one
every message sent
way
by
to
Manaz.
describe it.
They meticulously archived every piece of media sent during his murderous rampage, incriminating him beyond any reasonable doubt. Addressing the court during his sentencing, he said, "I would like to apologize to anyone I have negatively impacted with my actions, especially to the people who knew my family, friends,
about your
and
dead
loved
family
ones
that,
who I
like-
know
I was
could have
gonna
never
say,
seen
like-
something like this coming
Well, they're
forward."
probably not
In
gonna do
November of
anything.
2020, Manaz Zaman was sentenced to life
What are they gonna do?
imprisonment
Pop
with
out of the
no
ground? Be
possibility
like,
of parole
"You're
for the
forgiven."
first 40 years of his sentence. At the age of just 24, he won't have the possibility of freedom until he's at least 64 years old. He now remains behind bars to live out the rest of his sentence, punished for taking the lives of 4 beautiful people that cared for him so much. At the time of their
Hi,
deaths, his father,
Cammy.
Monroe,
Oh my
was 59
god,
years
girl.
old.
Did you
His
just
mother,
sub
Mama
to
Taz,
me?
50. His grandmother,
Oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? Guys, what do I do? Do I dance like a monkey? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Sing the national anthem.
I'll give you a sneak peek of one of my upcoming community points that you can turn in, okay? You did get a badge. You get a badge. Okay. Here's one. Cammy, you did a great job today. You're doing a wonderful job, and don't you doubt yourself ever. You're an awesome person, and everybody should love you like I do.
Oh.
It's called Praise Kink, by the way. It's called Praise
You
Kink.
said it so purely, though. You said it so genuinely. Like, you did.
Okay, fine.
You can't even.
Good job.
Great fucking job. Thanks.
Great job. Good job. Excellent job. But anyway, Cammy, thank you for the sub. You are my first subber. I will remember you until I am in the ground like these wonderful people on the screen right now.
No. Stop me right there. No.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful people. Okay.
God rest. her soul.
Yeah, God rest her soul. Anyway.
Thank you, Cammy, for something.
Yeah, thank you, Cammy, for subbing.
My pen went flying out of my hand, Lord.
70 and his sister just 21. Despite his parents sacrificing everything for him, he paid them back in the worst
Hopefully
of
you've been
ways.
doing well,
And
Cammy.
now, nothing is left of the Zaman
Do you have
family
stream today?
except for
Wait,
one
today's
deranged killer with the blood of
Tuesday.
his
It streamed
family on his
yesterday.
hands.
You joined
I
the
think
Queen's
that just about
Hive.
does
You
it for today's case, folks.
did.
I'm going to wrap this one up here.
Welcome to the
But
Queen's
as always, thank you
Hive.
so much for watching and for making it this far in my video. So, what are your thoughts on this case? Do you think that Manaz's sentence was strict enough? And do you think his family
He
put
got
too much
life,
pressure on him?
so-
If you
Color
found this case
one,
interesting or you
done.
haven't done so yet, then please consider subscribing. It really does help me and
That's
the
just
channel
sad
out.
all around for
Speaking of
everybody,
which,
like-
I'll be experimenting with my content for a while, so be prepared to find some
All right, Adrian, sure. You're not streaming at all this week? Oh, that's right. You still have the headache, right?
Yeah, well, soon, Cammy. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah, I hope that you're okay. I actually, we had a friend, or we have a friend, who had a headache for literally like 2-3 months. I'm not trying to scare you, but because this comes with the solution. She actually said that her headache came from her allergies. She went on, or no, I'm sorry, her allergy medicine,
I
because
remember that,
she,
yeah.
yeah, she was taking medicine for her allergies because she constantly gets like allergies, seasonal allergies, obviously. But she found out that she was allergic to the allergy medicine, something in the allergy medicine that
Oh no.
made it so she had just terrible headaches, just constantly. And it happened for months because she was just like, I'll just take this allergy medicine. Because I'm pretty sure my headache is coming from allergies, only for her headache to just continue because of it. So, yeah, it was a terrible time. It was not a fun time. But
And
I
she had to stop
hopefully,
everything she was doing, too. Like, she couldn't play games anymore. We didn't see her for a while because she just
yeah,
wasn't doing well.
she was just in pain constantly because she was like, I
Yeah.
can't do anything. I have such a huge headache. I can't even think. So it was not a fun time for her. But she managed to get it done. She managed to get her done. And she's better now. She's able to play games and be in her merry way.
Yeah.
I have you. Sorry. Okay, so it is 9 p.m. for you guys. I'm sorry, 9 p.m. for me, 10 p.m. for you guys. How do you guys feel about one more story? Because this one's going to be longer.
I can do at least 30 more minutes. I do have to get up at 6 tomorrow for work.
I thought you were doing the water theme DP. Yes, I was going to, but then I have a special one because Shami, Sam, and we actually got matching diamond paintings. So I'm working on this one, but if I'm being on my own, I will work on the water painting. So that is the idea. We're going to be probably taking pictures of what we, progression.
Yeah.
And you guys can at least show the painting that you got. I think that'd be fun.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Need to
cut
finish
my
it first.
story.
I've been enjoying this so much. I am loving this. I want to get like 5 more.
You like it? Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh, I actually have to show you guys the other two that I had bought. One was like a little cat one.
You
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
more? I thought you only bought one.
No, well, they had a cap. It's like you have to at least buy $20 worth of stuff. So it was like, well, okay.
I guess I'll
Twist
buy
my
more.
arm, I guess.
Twist my arm. Oh man, you're gonna make me do more diamond painting? God damn. You made another
Oh, yeah.
crochet bag? Woo! Do you ever do the scratch ones? The scratch ones for the diamond painting? I've never heard of a scratch diamond painting, unless I'm
I think
misunderstanding.
it's like a scratch ticket where you like scratch to reveal a color or a picture, if I'm not wrong.
I have never done that. That sounds so interesting. I've never even heard of that. That's crazy. But I will look into that. That sounds really cool, honestly. What am I doing? What is this? This is way too many. I put too many. Oh my gosh. Uh,
Thank you.
Cammy, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Shami. Congratulations, Shami. Welcome to the Queen's crew.
Like a debut present, but
I
thank you, Cammy.
Well, if that was a debut present, you can now give it to someone else. That'd be awesome.
That's true. That's true. That's a great idea. I will do that.
I
Fantastic idea. You guys better be at the debut. You hear that? You guys better be there. Okay.
be there or be just not there. That'd be really sad, but
Either or not, I guess.
I guess I don't know.
If you're busy, it's okay. I guess.
It's fine if you're working or something. It's all right. I guess.
It doesn't matter. You can watch the VOD later. It's okay.
I mean, yeah, I'll upload it, I suppose. Actually, I was thinking of not uploading my debut, but I have a.
Makes sense, to be honest. Actually, but
You're either there or you're not there. Okay.
damn.
Suffer.
Yeah.
No, I'll probably do it. I'll probably upload it just because less so for other people, but definitely for myself. You know,
Yeah, you can admit it.
I want to look back and be like, I remember when I used to be like this. To be honest, I don't really see myself changing too much, even if I'm a couple years down the line. The only thing I can think of changing is maybe like some of my content might be changing or some of my scenes may be changing. But generally, like after my debut, I mean, Shami has seen some of the stuff. I have spoiled Shami on some of the things that I have plans for.
A little spoiled, but I've mostly kind of been off in my own little world, so
I will show some a little bit to Sam as well, just because I want them to know. Yes, I want you to look a little bit.
I get another treat.
I can show you some of the artwork that I had gotten done for me. So I think that'll be fun. Before you go, let me get another Coffee House Crime video going, or else we're gonna sit here talking forever and not like.
Just like in real life, I mean.
Yeah, actual.
Oh yeah, this is
real.
We just go off the rails really easy.
I mean, that's
together.
testament that we're genuine, okay? We don't put on a front or anything. Like, this is genuinely us.
This
So,
this one's a heavy one. This one's really heavy. It's a say wall. Let's save that one for another day. That's a little sad. Let's do a chat room killer, the internet's first murder. All right, we're cool with that. I'm cool with that. Single murder? Sure. 300 300 and why is it so low? Also, please pause. Okay, there you go. I don't know why I wouldn't pause. 300 plus kids? Not
that
okay.
had no say in anything and like thought they were doing their best by listening to their superiors, like
not okay. Absolutely not. Yeah. Let's save that for a day where we want to be really sad. How many side buttons does my mouse have? It says 12.
The numbers go up to 12.
I use 8 of them, to be honest. And and even when I use 8 of them, I don't even use them properly. I use them as control and alt because my my normal mouse, which I use over back at KB's house, so my SO's house, it usually only has 2. So I'm used to just 2, actually. So if I have 2 mice that just are completely different, it'll fuck me over like really easy. Especially when I'm playing Final Fantasy. It's mainly for Final Fantasy. All the other games, I don't really need that. I've seen some with 6 at Canada Computers. 6 buttons? Yeah, I mean this one is based off of the Razer Naga. If you're planning on getting a 12 button mouse, the Razer Naga is probably the one that you're looking for. Ugh, had to cough. Also, hydrate, guys. Hydrate. Girlies.
He.
The rise. Yes. Actually, I
Take a
forgot to
drink.
grab any water or anything.
Do you want to
I'll
take
just
wa-
dehydrate.
No. Go grab some water. When you come back, we'll start the video.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be quick.
Okay. I have seen some with 6. Yeah. CC, how much at Canada Computers? For a 6 button mouse or a 12 button mouse? I can tell you how much the Razer Naga is. Razor. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm trying to here. I'm going to This is my keyboard. I made my keyboard. I like making custom keyboards. Okay. Razer Naga Hex. I think it's called, or is it Trinity? Let me see. I think it might be Trinity. Yeah, I think it's Trinity. You have the same type of keycaps? Yeah. Yes, I like making custom keyboards. This one I actually made for work as a travel keyboard, but to be honest, because it's literally a pound. It's very light. It's the tack. Fuck. No. I.
Oh no.
It's not that bad though. I only did a couple. There it
I
goes.
did that once too. I like stuck my pen in too hard and like made a mini explosion.
um, I got a percent Studio 60. Oh, very nice. There's 2 extra buttons. I'm looking for more. Check under the keyboard for more missing. Good. Good.
Good thinking.
Not seeing anything, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, but these have yeah, this one was for travel and it's only about a pound. Um and I found that it wasn't worth it using it too much, actually.
Wow.
Welcome back.
Yes.
But I ended up bringing it back home because now I'm working with 2 PCs. I'm working with one at home, which is here in my apartment. I have a shittier computer. But my main computer is at my SO's, and I actually have a GMMK Pro there. Oh, you brought GMK keycaps? Yeah, they're nice. Yeah. A couple more sets. Yeah, this one's tactile. The other one is linear. The one back home. And it's because I don't really play too many games on this computer, high-end games, because this PC really can't handle that. Does it kind of work for an IME? I believe so, yeah. It does. Um, but yeah, and my throat. Okay, one more hydrate.
Bonus hydrate.
I know, I'm taking a bonus round.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that tea in the law. The H2O of some kind.
But yeah, I basically challenged myself that I wanted this keyboard since it was for work and it was kind of lightweight. I wanted it under, I think I said 100. So I first got Getter and Blacks for my keeps, but I tried Boba U4Ts. Yeah, Boba U4Ts I want a lot. The ones in my GMK Pro are creams.
the novel is it novelty creams? Oh my gosh, I don't remember which one they were. I think these are Akos because I wanted something very inexpensive. No. Actually, these are not Akos. These are Pandas. I got them on sale because I made this during close to Black Friday, so they had a sale going on at the time. So, sorry, girls. I don't mean to exclude you. Jerry and I are going are going nuts. Are going nuts about custom keyboards.
I'm just sticking away over here.
Well, I want to include you guys, so let me go ahead and put this to the side. Before I continue, though, I did want to mention because Cammy was interested in this, the Razer Naga Trinity is really nice. It normally has 12 keys. It has a 12 key configuration. However, it has two interchangeable side plates. One of the side plates has 2 buttons, and the other side plate has 7 buttons. So you can choose which you're comfortable with, which is really nice. I'm finished with keeps, so I like my 60%. It's too expensive. Agreed. The next time I'm planning on building a new keep. It's probably going to be for a while because it's expensive, number one. And then number two, once you have 2 nice keeps, you really don't need any more. Like, if you built them properly, they're going to last you. And if something breaks down, you just replace that part. It's not that big of a deal, you know? And let's say you're like, I want new switches. You can you can just change out your switches if you don't like the old switches, you know? So I mean that's much less expensive than, hey, I'm going to build a completely new keyboard. That's crazy. But what were you trying to say, Sam? I'm sorry I cut you off.
I was gonna say that I know it's a short form, but keeb is funny. A keeb is a funny word.
It is a funny word. Yeah. Keeb. Oh, I thought it was Sam. My bad. All right, back to it. Oh no, my painting is sliding. Okay.
To be fair, I just kind of went mer. I didn't actually say anything. I was like, Bop.
Okay,
also, I think I perfected the art of like sticking my gems. I think why I thought I was running out before is because I was like doing it like kind of crooked. Whereas like if I stick it like straight up and down, it like sticks.
Oh yes, I should have mentioned that.
Yeah,
it sticks better if you do it up and down as opposed to the side. Because if you do it to the side, it actually is off a little bit, just a bit. Yeah. All right, so.
Many murders occur with the influence of the internet. But is Cherie Miller the first woman to kill with the help of the World Wide Web? Recently wed to a successful businessman named Bruce, she had grown bored with his long and busy work schedule. So when he brought her a shiny new thing known as a personal computer, she had hoped it would help keep her happy. However, unknown to him, Cherie had learned of the new social messaging program AOL. And as she learned how to speak to strangers over the internet, her intentions moved from friendship to lust. She began to see men's affection towards her as a mere game. And in her own words,
actually, I remember this this one.
But one particular man's love was not enough.
Yes, I'm not crazy.
She wanted to see how far he would go for her, with her final demand coming at the cost of not one, but multiple lives.
Yeah, I actually remember this one now that you said it.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, folks. My name is Adrian, and welcome or welcome back to Coffee House Crime.
Adrian, today your coffee is way too fucking expensive.
Now, the early days of the internet can
$4 for a goddamn pour over? How dare you?
All you have to do is look at the likes of Facebook, Bebo, MySpace, and even early YouTube to see that. However, would you ever think
I wonder if they're British prices as well.
The internet could play host to an entirely greed-driven murder? Before we sink our teeth into this one, and just to let you know that I post true crime and strange cases here weekly, So
Back to lurking in the dark. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Cammy. Thank you. I hope to see you
with
soon.
that said, please, grab
I'm gonna
yourself
do
a
something
coffee,
with you.
pull up
I
a
want to
seat,
like
and get
raft
ready
one
for the
day.
deep
We're
dive.
gonna. I'll DM
This
you.
is the
I'll
case
DM you. We're
of
gonna
Shari Miller.
raft. We're gonna fucking raft.
We're gonna waft, goddammit.
and you're gonna like it. I used to use Logitech M. Oh, I used to as well.
Welcome
Use
to
a
the Wolverine
mods
State,
and Endgame.
folks.
Yeah,
Or for
tens.
all of you
Yeah, I
international
also
viewers,
play.
welcome to
I
Michigan.
used to play
Today,
Valorant.
we're near the Motor City,
I
also
don't.
known as
I
Detroit.
watch
It is
more
put
than
on
I
the map for a
play.
variety of reasons,
I like Fnatic a
including
lot.
being the home of Eminem
They're a
and
really
the Red
nice
Hot Chili
one.
Peppers frontman
But to
Anthony
be
Kiedis.
honest, I
With
don't
the Detroit
have
Pistons
a
on the basketball
particular
court and the Red
favorite
Wings on
for
the ice,
Valo.
there is
I
no
just
shortage
like
of
Valo
interest to be found for
in
those
a
who are
in
interested
general.
sport.
Like I
The more
love
historically minded
Valo
might be more
as a
curious
game.
to see
I
the
think
Henry
it's
Ford
really
Museum of
cool to
Innovation,
see
or
people
Sulocks, where more
with
than
that
10,000
much
ships pass through every
skill
single year. Focusing
be
on our
that
case
good
today,
at a
we're
game.
honing into
I
the
think it's
city
very
of Flint,
impressive.
located in
Personally.
Genesee County. It is found 66 miles southwest of Detroit, and the name may very well sound familiar. In the year of 2014, Flint saw a public health crisis when high levels of lead contaminated the population's
this shit
water
again.
supply. Of course, thus triggering a local emergency.
God damn,
and
Flint.
although contaminated
Not
waters
Flint.
may have
I'm
been a
sorry.
cute
It's
excuse for the
it's not even
perpetrator's
Flint's
actions in
fault.
today's
Goddamn
case, it actually happened several years
Michigan
prior.
and
But
not
first,
taking care
we
of
must
them.
wind the clocks back to the 50s to meet our main man, Bruce. Bruce Miller was born in Flint on July the 26th, 1951. In his young adult years, he used to work at General Motors as a mechanic, before finally quitting
really?
to run his own scrapyard full-time. His business, which was named B&D Auto Parts, was located around 7 miles from his home.
my
Working
gosh.
with cars, it is no surprise that, outside of work, he was interested in motorsports such as NASCAR and racing. And it seemed like every element of his life revolved around vehicles in some way or another. Despite the nature of his job leading him to carrying large amounts of cash and dealing
Damn,
with
that
people
organ
from
in the
all walks of
background.
life,
Sorry, I was just
Bruce was
listening
considered to be
to
a
the music.
well-liked man and was very generous.
Going
Saying
ham
that,
back
there
there,
were
yeah.
some ongoing
is.
investigations with the police after
going
Bruce was
wild.
caught tampering with some vehicle VIN numbers. But otherwise, he had never been in any real trouble with the police. Bruce was quite the romantic too, and found himself dating several women throughout his adult years. And although he would marry, this would lead to divorce twice. Now, unfortunately, we don't know too much about his previous partners. However, he would eventually meet a very important person to our case today, and her name was Shari Kidley.
Cherie. I remember her actually.
Also born in
now that
Flint,
her
Michigan,
her
Shari
name
was
is
born on
very
October the 13th,
unique.
1971, and by her account had a pretty tough upbringing. Her mother went through men quite quickly, and would regularly have them passing through her trailer park home where they lived. Sadly, it is alleged that some of these men would also assault Cherie, starting from the very tender age of just 3 years old. Cherie's first
What?
marriage, which was at the age of 17, understandably
Hello,
failed. She would then marry again
Wolfman.
shortly afterwards, but this too
Disgusting.
fell apart, and needless to say, her life seemed to be relentlessly turbulent. Strange side note for a second, but Cherie liked to go by several names at the time. This includes Cherie Duval, Cherie Tribby, Cherie Paulette Duval, Cherie Paulette Kidley, and Cherie Paulette Tribby. At the young age of 26, Cherie was 20 years Bruce's junior, close to double her age in fact. And after meeting at a local event, she started working for him at his scrapyard, helping him with the general admin tasks required to run his business. Now, when she started working for Bruce, Cherie was already a single mother with 3 children, and in her spare time, she would sell cosmetics for Mary Kay as a side business.
Oh
And
no.
although she began her time with him by
She
doing
was a Mary
bookkeeping,
Kay
that
woman.
wouldn't be the only
Those
thing of
MLM
his that
girls,
she
man.
would get to know more intimately. At first, their work relationship remained strictly professional, but as the time passed by, Bruce and Cherie found themselves slowly falling for each other. This eventually resulting
No,
in between getting
one-sided.
married in Vegas in
I'm
April
sorry.
1999.
That
As
was
expected,
one-sided,
and due to
brother.
running his own scrapyard business,
Brother.
Bruce was often away from the family home. Cherie always helped out in the yard and looked after the kids while he was away. But as expected, this sometimes left her feeling both bored and alone. In an effort to combat her loneliness, Bruce decided to buy her a computer and then hook the family house up to this new strange system called the internet. Back in the
Oh
day,
no,
it was
the
still
internet.
a relatively new system. The World Wide Web really was in its
Hey, that's
infancy,
2
and
internet-related
platforms like
crime
AOL
we
were only
watch
just
now.
getting started.
Oh, shit, you're
and
right.
so, after being hooked
think
up,
the internet-
Cherie found
Everyone-
herself joining
everyone
AOL
don't use the
chat rooms
internet.
to keep herself entertained.
Oh, I got
whilst
It's
too
cruising in the
dangerous.
yard. Cherie admitted that she would
Yeah,
barely get away from the
immediately.
computer. She spent absolutely hours on these chat rooms, speaking to total strangers online. and eventually, these conversations became more saucy. For Bruce, he seemed to enjoy the stability of his marriage. I don't think it's something he ever got before this. To add to that, he was probably quite flattered to get the attention of someone much younger than him. To be honest, it is probably why he put up with so many terrible habits and behaviors.
Because he was like,
According
oh,
to
she's young.
acquaintances, Cherie often flirted
No, like
and
so many
acted
older
single
guys do that.
online.
They'll
And
like
the
they want to
sources
date these
available
younger
are
women
rather
so
split as
bad that
Bruce
they'll like
knew
put
about
up with
this or even how much he
ridiculous
cared.
shit.
Now,
I mean,
it was in his
do you think
interest
it's for
not
their
to rock the boat
ego?
too much.
Yeah,
He loved his
absolutely,
wife
I
and
do.
the stable marriage she maintained, and was working towards adopting her 3
They're like,
children.
see,
Now, this was in Cherie's
I'm still
interest
young,
too.
I still got
I
it.
mean,
I
she
still
clearly
got
loved his
it.
money and the
Yeah.
lifestyle he could provide for her. I do say
She
this
may be
because
shitty,
not long
but
after they tied the knot,
she's still
she maxed out
young.
several of his
Young
credit
and hot,
cards.
damn it.
And even if it did bother him, he didn't complain or even let it show. To put
I
it
may
in
be
short,
dead,
their relationship
but she's
was
still young
wild.
and
They
hot.
would be business owners in the daytime, managing both
Sorry
the
if there are any
scrapyard and cosmetic side
60-year-old men
business.
out there
And
watching
after
this.
sunset,
Yeah, my
they would,
bad.
quote, do it naughty at night. It was against this
my,
background of relative marital bliss that Cherie's online world began to
Scandalous.
form. And as her confidence on AOL grew, so did her spiciness.
Confidence
Most
on
of the
AOL.
conversations
I've
were
never really
ignored,
thought about
and
that
most
sentence.
of them turned highly suggestive. To be honest, it is no surprise why. Her various usernames included Horny7421, Love Me Slowly, and I Want to Be Laid. Through her online escapades, she remained totally
Well, I mean,
connection.
I mean,
She
she's
constantly latched on to new men
you know,
when she got bored,
very
beginning the flirtatious cycle over
forward.
and over again. And in her own words, she described her actions as just messing around online just to figure out something new to do. Perhaps a slightly
Shit.
more
Hold on.
sinister undertone,
I wanna see
but
if
she also
Berners-
described her online actions in the following way. It was like a video game, and each man in each relationship was another level to me, and each level was harder. It was seeing how much I could get away with, how much I could make somebody believe. And this cold-hearted way of thinking would send Cherie on a very dark path. It was during one of her marathon internet sessions that Cherie met a new user who went by the name of Reno News. This was the screen name of Jerry Cassidy, a former police officer living in Reno, Nevada. Within a very short amount of time, Cherie and Jerry had fallen for each other. It seemed like Jerry was very special too, because not long after flirting began, they changed their names to match one another. Cherie naming herself as Jerry's Fool,
So
and Jerry
cute.
as Cherie's Fool. Their online conversations included the full spectrum of content, from flirting, nudes,
He
and
does
sex
have your
pics of
name, he
females,
does.
all the way to videos of Cherie performing explicit actions on herself. And remember, all of this happened in 1999, so the process she had
I
to go
need
through
more.
to do this was pretty cumbersome.
So they had to
Born
do
on
like
October
dial up
6,
to have these
1960,
conversations.
Jerry
man.
was
Oh,
raised
yeah.
in Kansas City, Missouri. From a very young age, he was an avid hunter. He also had ambitions to join the FBI, a dream that he worked towards by joining the police force in Montana. Jerry worked for 9 years as a homicide detective, rising through the ranks to lieutenant.
Kind of
However,
ironic.
towards the end of his career, it all seemed to go wrong. While working on one of the cases, Jerry discovered some falsified documents in the department. Clearly, this was an inside job where someone had tampered with the information. And so, Jerry did what every good cop should do. He reported it to his boss. But sadly, everyone in the department found out, and he became known as a whistleblower. And just like that, his career was
What?
put up in flames. Colleagues made it clear that he was no longer wanted there. And after being demoted, he then decided to leave his job in 1994. Unfortunately,
fucked up.
this led Jerry down
Yeah.
a very dark path. He began to abuse alcohol and drugs and found himself battling depression. And not long after this, his wife divorced him, which also led to him losing visitation rights to their son. Eventually, Jerry got his life back together, starting work as a security officer at Harrah's North Kansas City Casino and Hotel. By the year 1999, he had moved to Reno and began to work at another one of their casinos. It was during this time that Jerry found Cherie online. How do you do quickly became what are you wearing? And soon after,
Jesus.
they moved their relationship from
Adrian.
the internet into the real world. Using her cosmetic side hustle as an excuse, Cherie often flouted to Reno to see him, with her first trip happening only 3 months after marrying Bruce. And rather
Lingerie
than
for
treat it
just
as
your
a
wife,
passion-filled
right?
affair,
Wink.
She saw all of it as a sadistic game. Cherie's effect on Jerry became very obvious to those who knew him. People described Jerry as almost bipolar during this time. He was very ecstatic when she was in town, and morbidly depressed when she was away. It didn't take long for the evil manipulation to begin either. By September, she claimed that she was pregnant with his child, when in reality, she wasn't pregnant at all. But just as fast as she claimed pregnancy, she also claimed to have had a miscarriage. And the reason for this, apparently, Bruce had beaten her up. In reality, none of this had happened.
God.
Bruce was a hard-working family man, not some sort of dangerous psychopath that Cherie had made him out to be. But Jerry didn't know that, and he was absolutely furious. To him, the loss of his unborn child and his love being in an abusive marriage was all too much to bear. But it wasn't all that easy,
That's
according
called
to Cherie. She told him that Bruce had very powerful connections in the mafia.
Didn't
and
know
had
that.
too much money and influence to ever let them walk away. Just 1 month later, she was supposedly pregnant again. However, this time it was with twins, and she had scans to prove it. Just a side note, but in 1995, Cherie had tubal ligation, meaning she could no longer have kids. Of course, though, she didn't tell Jerry this. But
Like,
disaster
what for,
was
dude?
about
What
to
for?
allegedly strike again, because on November the 5th, 1999,
Actual real
Jerry
psycho.
found a chilling email in his inbox. And this email was apparently from Bruce. The email read, Cherie is growing fat with 2 bastards in her. She has decided she doesn't like the excess weight and is going to get an abortion. In a panic, Jerry tried his hardest
What
to get
the
in touch with
Just,
Cherie.
girl,
Filled
just
with
use
worry, he received an
fanfiction.net.
email from
I
her
know
later
it
that
still
day
exists
saying
at this
that she
time.
was going away for a few days and
I'm
would speak to
surely
him
AOL
shortly.
roleplaying
The very
this
next day,
dude,
another
like-
email from Bruce landed in
Come
his
on.
inbox. This one
All
said,
these people are
"Well,
fucked up, I
Jerry,
agree.
she told
They
me to
are
let you
very
know that
fucked
she would
up.
be home soon. I think the abortion went fine. She sounded like she felt better knowing she wasn't
The
having any
abortion
more
went
kids.
great, thanks.
Thank you for making my relationship with my wife better." After receiving staged photos of Cherie covered in bruises, Jerry slipped into an uncontrollable rage. This was the last straw for him, and so he began to formulate a plan. After re-establishing contact with Cherie on the next day, November the 8th, the two spoke about what they believed was the only solution to their problem. And although any normal or more rational couple would consider taking this case to the police, as you can likely guess, these two
Normal or
didn't.
more
And the
rational
answer to their
couple?
problem? Well, murder. When planning how to confront Bruce, they strategized directions, parking locations, and even the best place and time to enter the scrapyard. And in a growing surge of rage, Jerry then made the long drive from his home to Michigan. It was
Jerry,
later
what
that
are you
evening,
doing?
as Bruce was preparing to close up the yard,
Jerry,
that
stop
he
it.
received a phone call from Cherie.
Jerry.
As part of her plan with Jerry, she called him to
Jerry,
ask if he
I'm-
could grab a pizza before he came home. And after a few
I'm bringing
minutes
out
of
the
talking
water
to
bottle,
him, that
Jerry.
is when the
You
line
better stop
suddenly
that
went
shit.
dead. Jerry had pulled up outside
Off
of
the
the
counter, Jerry.
scrapyard office, entered through the back door, raised his 20-gauge shotgun to Bruce before finally pulling the trigger. He then made his way.
He didn't
back
even
home.
know.
Cherie
He had
waited
no
a
idea
while
what the
until she
fuck
started the
was
next
happening
part of the
either.
plan.
That's the
She called
worst
Bruce's
part of
brother,
it.
Chuck,
Didn't she
to
have
ask him if he had
actual
seen
kid-
him.
like,
Bruce hadn't returned
kids,
home yet,
like-
and she was getting
I don't
quite
think
worried.
so.
I don't think
Chuck
they
and
had
his wife
kids.
then traveled
Yeah, I
to
don't
the
think they-
scrapyard, which,
No, I
of
think she was
course,
fake
is when
the
they
twins and stuff.
horrifyingly
Yeah,
found
she was
Bruce's
faking
body.
all the
The couple
kids.
then dialed 911 immediately.
Oh no, though, it did mention she was a single mom. So.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
They're long
fair.
gone, I guess. They're long gone.
Okay, is he breathing? I don't think so. Where is he bleeding from? It looks like from the head. And he's cold. He's cold?
Where is he bleeding from?
He said there's no pulse, no nothing.
Chuck and his wife were distraught, and apparently Cherie was too. However, despite
Cherie
the quick
was
discovery of the crime
too?
scene,
Yeah,
no
okay,
signs or
bitch.
evidence of the suspect was left behind. The killing went unsolved in the immediate aftermath, and at the time, there were no signs that Cherie had anything to do with her husband's murder. No forensic evidence was left at the scene, and it is quite likely that the reason for this is because of Jerry's intimate knowledge of homicide investigations. It was noted that Bruce's wallet
Yeah,
was
that's
missing,
crazy.
and this was likely taken by Jerry in an effort to dupe police that this was a robbery. And get this, but officers even suspected the wrong person, an old friend of Bruce's named John Hutchinson, and he found himself directly under the spotlight. Not only was John a former employee who owed his boss more than $5,000, but he was also Cherie's ex-partner. To add to this, he had a weak alibi and he failed a lie detector, so it is no wonder why police had their suspicions. As a result, he was interrogated before all of his guns were seized, but with no concrete evidence, he was eventually let go. And after that, the case went cold. Even if Cherie's behavior following her husband's death was deemed as appropriate by officers, many eyebrows were raised when she was seen out partying shortly after his murder. With thanks to a life
She was
insurance
out
payout, the quick
partying.
sale of his business, and their joint bank accounts, Cherie
Almost
had
like
a
she had no
substantial
conscience.
amount of money to burn, and apparently it
She
seemed
was
like
so
she was in a hurry to do so
sad,
too. In
clearly.
between all of the dancing, drinking,
Like
and
Casey
cash
Anthony, who,
splashing,
like, went out
she
partying
also
while her
invited
kids
her
were,
new
like, dead.
boyfriend to the home
Yeah,
that she
her
once shared with Bruce.
daughter was
But
dead.
rather surprisingly, it wasn't Jerry. Jerry and Cherie's relationship suddenly froze after Bruce's murder, and that is when Jerry realized that she had fallen in love with yet another man. Jerry began to feel intense guilt after this, and reflected on the horrific crime he had committed with his ex-lover. With his background in law enforcement, he was well placed to review and realize the truth. Unfortunately, he was merely a pawn in her game, and his emotions were manipulated in order to kill her husband. And that is when he suddenly realized that Bruce was, in fact, an innocent man, not guilty of any of the accusations that Cherie had fabricated. There was no abuse, no mafia connections, no beatings, and no babies either. And it turns out that the scans Cherie had as so-called proof were dated back in 1994. 3 months later, on February the 11th, Jerry Cassidy made the decision to take his own life. He was found alone in the apartment he had rented from his cousin, next to his .22 caliber rifle. Amongst his possessions were letters to his family, including a note and a briefcase which were addressed to his attorney, John P. O'Connor. Upon opening the briefcase, his attorney found clear evidence of the crime, therefore sealing Cherie's own fate from beyond Jerry's grave. And alongside the myriad of evidence,
Damn,
one note
bitch.
from Jerry read, "I drove there and killed him. Cherie was involved and set it all up. I have all the proof and I'm sending it to the police. She will get what's coming. I have been so
tell her,
stupid,
get her.
But now you know the real story of why I went into such a state of depression. Because I
You're
just
dick and
couldn't tell anyone the
crazy.
truth. She wanted all the money and no more husband. Well, she got her wish, but she is soon to learn that she can't do that to people. Now I know it was
Hell yeah.
all lies and games from Cherie. She didn't care what it took or who she hurt to get what she wanted. Following this shocking discovery, Cherie was quickly arrested and charged with second-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder.
She's probably
The trial
like,
began 10 months later on
why?
December the
I don't
12th.
understand
And
why
with
I'm
the
getting
strange
arrested.
internet-based nature
He
of her
didn't. I
crime,
didn't do
public
it.
interest was
He
abnormally
did.
high. She proclaimed her innocence throughout her trial, with her defense team suggesting that Jerry
He
had
beat me,
fabricated his
blah, blah,
evidence
blah,
against
blah.
her because he couldn't handle his own guilt. They also tried to pin the blame on John again. Poor guy. During her trial,
Yeah.
2 officers role-played the
John's
chatbots
like,
of Jerry and
listen,
Cherie.
I was just
The
trying to watch a
chatbots,
game,
which were
dude.
recorded
Like,
on the day
please.
of the murder said, "Jerry, I'm scared. If this don't work, he will hurt me bad. It will work. What is the fastest way into the yard from 75? 75 to Mount
This
Morris
guy's
Road
crazy.
exit.
This is why
Listen to
people
me.
should
I'll
just
call
be
Bruce at 5 p.m.
content-
Okay.
con-
Is the gun
content
loud?
with owning a
Somewhat.
dog?
Just do
Yeah.
it and get the hell out of there. I want him to know who I am. Jerry, please. He
True,
will know,
animals
but
won't
not
tell you
for
to kill
long. Are
somebody,
you going to be
generally.
able to live with this for the rest of your life? Because I can. I love you. Yes, I can. It was noted that, just one day after murdering her husband, Cherie called America Online to change her first name, last name, and street address. And after she learned that Jerry had taken his own life, she did the exact same thing again. To no one's surprise, this case was a slam dunk in court. And after just 2 days of deliberation, the jury came back with their verdict. Cherie Miller was found guilty of the second-degree murder of her
Fuck
husband.
yeah.
And on January the 9th, 2001, she was sentenced to life in prison. Cherie's defense
Oh
had
wow,
several
even with
complaints
second
about the
degree.
trial, one of them
I'm
being
I'm pleased with that,
it was
but
argued whether
I
Jerry's
wasn't even
letter
know-
could
I
be
didn't
used
even
as
know that
admissible
was
evidence
possible.
by the prosecution. And surprisingly, this concern held so much weight that 7 years later, in 2008, the judge ordered a retrial. As a result, a federal court judge ordered that Cherie was released from prison in July 2009 until her retrial. For more than 3 years, she walked the streets without any restrictions whatsoever, and was even allowed to use the internet and dating websites.
What?
Understandably,
Oh, come on.
many people were furious, especially the families of Bruce and Jerry.
Yeah, I'd
They all
imagine.
felt that she'd been let off the hook due to some ridiculous technicality. But thankfully, in August of 2012, the district court reversed that decision, and as a result, Cherie was sent back to prison and has been there ever since. During her
Congrats,
freedom,
bitch.
Cherie had the time to
You know, it's
reconnect
probably
with her
even
then
worse for her. She got a
teenage
taste of
children.
freedom.
It does seem that some
Yeah.
positivity came out of her freedom.
She probably
here,
thought, oh,
because
they'll find something. They'll figure out a way to get me out. Like, I've gotten out of
Yeah.
everything before.
She's a bitch. I got you, Jerry. But I don't know. It's just merely suggestions, and a case this old can be hearsay. Yeah. Sorry. We actually, Shami and I actually listened to this case in other sources, and they actually had a bunch of, um, he actually printed all of their conversations as well as every picture that she had sent him and everything like that. That's what was in the suitcase. So every every piece of evidence. Oof, I better hydrate. Well,
Indeed.
all right. Let's finish the rest of this. We only got 5 more minutes, less than that actually.
And has
Then I'll
been there
probably
ever
head off to bed.
since. During
Yeah,
her
I'm gonna
freedom,
head off
Shuri
and
had the time to reconnect with her then
help burn
teenage
her.
children. It does seem that some positivity came out of her freedom here, because through their special time, she realized that her actions
I gotta get
had
my own
robbed
like
other
off-stream
families
painting
of
to do.
this
This is
feeling
so
of
fun. I
reconnection.
could do this like
In
all
April
night.
of 2016, Shuri made a 4-page letter confessing that she was,
Created a
in
monster.
fact, guilty of orchestrating the murder, which was something that, to this point in time, she had absolutely
Although I'm not gonna
denied.
kill anybody.
She claims that the reason it took so long for her to admit guilt, which essentially waived her right to ever appeal again,
never
was
know.
that at the time of her initial trial, she was being advised not to
I'm
admit
sorry,
it.
not to be
Her
shallow, but she
attorneys have
aged rough. That's what
unequivocally denied
happens when you have
this.
like a
Had they
poisonous
known
soul.
that she was
Okay,
actually guilty, they would have advised her to accept the 15-year plea bargain that she
catches
was
up to you.
offered. And just for reference, she has now been behind bars for more than 20. Despite remaining in prison, Shuri has still managed to get married for a 4th time. This was to a man named Michael Denoyer,
Sorry,
who saw her
God.
story on the news and became obsessed
Isn't there a
with
whole
her.
like
He
thing
even
behind
proposed
it,
to
like
her the
people
very first
marrying
time they
criminals?
met. Now,
Yes.
theoretically, this case
Yes.
could be known
Yes.
as the
Like
first
pen
online
pals,
murder,
they'll like fall in love
or
with
at
their
least the first murder to
like,
occur through
pen
instant
pal, just,
messaging like
it's
AOL.
unhinged.
Arguably, this is the first time that chat rooms and the internet became the focal point of a murder case, which is quite interesting when you think about it, because nowadays it happens much more often. In the early days of the internet, most people didn't realize how permanent their messages were.
I
For
think about like
example,
the
with
show
Shuri, she had no
Catfish.
idea they were recoverable.
Mhm.
It also showed the true
It's like
danger
just
of
all
chatting to
about
strangers online,
this,
and how
except
much it could affect
murder.
your life, or
Minus the
even
murder.
your death.
Really?
Bruce Miller was the victim of these realizations.
Damn.
A man who lost his life through no fault of his own. He found love with Shuri only after employing her, and to begin with, he was merely helping a single mother of 3 children. When they fell for each other nearly 2 years later, he was absolutely smitten. He agreed to legally adopt all 3 children and give them a home.
Yeah, like,
Meanwhile,
it makes-
Shuri
yeah,
was
she
sleeping
had
with
3
other
kids.
men behind his
The-
back.
the-
Although Shuri's computer would be considered
Like,
prehistoric in today's world,
I don't
it would have been
understand, like-
extraordinarily expensive at the time. Despite the heavy price tag, Bruce bought this
How-
for his wife, under the impression that she would use it to better
He
her
seems
business
kind of like a
and keep her
narcissist, and they
happy.
know how to
At
charm
best,
people to
it
get what
was
they
a
want.
boutique business, but
that's
in
what I
reality,
figure
it was probably a money-losing
happened
operation
there.
or a pyramid
I just don't
scheme.
understand.
Yet,
Like, how can
despite
you not
this,
see
Bruce
that
paid
she
out
doesn't
to
love
make
you
it
back,
easier
you
for his
know?
wife to sell her products. But instead, she was using it
Denial.
to
So there
punish
was
them.
contextual
She
evidence?
had
Yes,
already
yes, yes.
realized that
I hate
divorce
to
would
say this,
not
but because of her
provide her with
history,
enough
which is
money.
fucked,
So she
she's a
played with the
socially
feelings
grown
and
so
emotions of a
yes,
gullible
she's
man
a socially
every
grown
day. And
sociopath.
although
100%.
Jerry is not innocent himself, he too got burned. Bruce was a good man who worked hard at his job.
Like,
and did
I
everything
feel-
in his power to make his new
This sounds bad, maybe, but I feel, in a way, I feel bad for her. Because in the beginning, he even admitted, or not admitted, but Adrian had said, she's like, she did not have a very good relationship with sex.
He was
And,
clearly looking for like attention and like male validation.
well, yeah, but she was raped when she was 3. Like, you
Yeah.
cannot say that was not, like,
No, that'll never end well. That will never.
yeah, like, she does not have a healthy understanding or relationship with relationships, like love
That is
relationships,
sad.
sexual
That is sad.
relationships. So, like, in a way, I feel bad for her because it's like she never got a chance to fix that just because of her awful upbringing. That's like that in itself is not her fault, you know. But
Yeah, like they say promiscuity is like a side effect of that kind of thing, like being abused really young and so on. So
Yeah, I agree because they don't understand like what
And they
this
think that's what
means
love
or
is. They
like
think love is just like sending nudes and being sexy and that kind of thing. So
there's actually another I don't want to say like idea. It's not really idea, but um theory actually that people who are obsessed with porn and sex and stuff like that have other major issues that are so complex in them that sex just makes sense to them because it's very simple and it's very easy to understand. And people you can it's easy to understand for them, like other than ace people people that they think, oh, like everybody likes sex. Therefore, if I like sex and also able to give sex, then everybody will like me as a result.
yeah,
Like,
they see it as a transactional thing, which is really sad. Like,
yeah, yeah, they see it as transactional because they don't understand the healthy relationship between that.
right.
Well, but let's finish this video. I know we only have a couple minutes.
Wife happy. He provided stability, financial security, and unconditional love. But sadly, his reward to all of this was murder in cold blood.
Yeah,
And
poor
so,
guy.
to conclude, folks, be careful who you speak to on the internet. And I think that pretty much wraps up my case today. Thank you
Yeah.
so
I
much
think
for
we
watching
finished all
our
Don't do
video
that.
today by Coffee House Crime. If you enjoyed this case and
Nice.
found it interesting, please remember to like the video and subscribe
Very
if you haven't
nice.
yet. What are your thoughts on this case, by the way? I mean, it is pretty obvious why Cherie's behind bars, but do you think she should have got life? And what do you think about
Yeah.
jail?
Yeah,
Please
moral
do
of
let
the
me know
story
in the
is don't
comment
talk to
section down below.
strangers,
Just a quick
especially
reminder
online.
that
Run
if you want to
away.
get early access to my videos, please check out my
Yeah,
Patreon.
don't talk
And
to
if you wanna follow me on
strangers.
my
Don't
adventures,
ever
please check out
stream
my
ever.
Instagram, Twitter,
It's the
and
worst.
Facebook. And that is pretty much
Don't
it
go
for me
on
today,
Twitch, man.
folks.
It's
As always, thank you
a
so much
lawless
for
Yeah.
watching,
land.
and I'll see you again very soon
Yeah,
for another video.
just full of
Until then, keep your eyes
psychos
safe,
and
remember to look after
killers.
yourself, look after
To
each
become a
other,
murderer,
and of course, stay safe.
it's very apparent.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Don't accept anything from a girl just because she's hot
Oh, damn. Well,
or into you even. Like,
what kind of tea am I drinking? Oh, okay. I am teaing. I am drinking. I am drinking this is Osulok from the company Osulok. It's a Korean tea. It is honey pear and it is very delicious. It's very, very delicious. If I hear him jump off a bridge, I mean, when you can't go on Twitch anymore. I'm sorry, but sorry, buddy. It's over for you. It's over.
You gotta leave, man. You gotta go.
You gotta go. But yeah, do you guys? It's an herbal tea. Yeah, for this one, yeah, because it's a little. I figured it's a little late, so I don't want to get anything too heavy.
I had a peach tea with some honey in it.
Peach tea with honey. Wow, we're all going herbal, huh? Unless that one was had caffeine.
No, I'm not. Even I am not gonna drink caffeine this late at night.
Not even me.
Yeah.
That reminds me of us when we last had caffeine very late at night at the Dunkin' Donuts before we went to go pick up your bag and I lost my fucking pen.
That was survival. That was survival, Dunkin' Donuts.
That was actually survival Dunkin' Donuts, yes. That
Oh
was.
my god, yeah. That night, that's a fever dream. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, it was that was something. That was really something. Do you want to talk about it on stream or do you feel like no, you don't feel like talking about it right now? Maybe a
I can
story
talk
for next
about
time.
it. I'll save it, but I'll definitely talk about it on stream because I think it's like it's one of those things. It's a
Maybe
long story. I
we'll
think
Yeah, maybe we'll save it for an Am I the Asshole stream.
Sure.
Which I mean, to be fair, you did say that you wanted to do another Am I an Asshole? Am I the Asshole?
Absolutely. I sure do.
You do? How do you feel about it, Sam? Do you want to be part of an Am I the Asshole stream? Because I know a lot of people liked it.
Sure, I can definitely Like, I'm down to try.
You were active in
Yeah.
our chat last time we did it, so
Yes, it was.
Yeah, if you're not comfy with it, that's fine too. Like if you're not, but I mean, hopefully, yeah, like you'll get used to it and be like, oh, this is nothing. We just talk.
yeah. How did you feel about this one? Like, how did you feel about this stream?
I had a lot of fun. I mean, I kind of, like I said, I get off of my little world, but it was fun just kind of doing the dot.
Is this an upside down Sadako? Not quite. Let me show you the whole thing. See? This is the painting that the girls picked for me. There's a preview at the top. We picked a diamond painting, matching diamond paintings for each other because it was a set of 6, and we're like, okay, one person picks it for each other of the 6, and a bunny bone girl mask girl. Actually, you know what makes sense, because I use a Viera, so it kind of makes sense that it would be bunny though.
That's funny.
So, no, that's bunny. Anyway,
That's funny.
that's bunny. All right, let's end for today. I'm like obsessively looking for views now because I don't want to miss any. Hold on. Okay, let's end for the day. First off, I want to say thank you to my guests who came in, and
Oh yeah.
enjoyed me
Let's do this
today.
again.
Yeah, for sure. I wanna do this another time, whether it be another crimes and crafts, or it can be am I the asshole in crafts. And also, hopefully, you guys like diamond painting. How do you guys feel?
I love it. I definitely want to do this again.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, yeah.
I'll show you what I have. I'll post it. Not a lot, but
Same do as well. I put the plastic back on it because I don't want it to get as much dust because that cat hair, man.
True, the cat hair. I have
Cat hair.
I have my bee dog hair. So hold on, let me open this up. Okay. I'll close this up again. I didn't do too much in the bottom, so you're not missing much. Let me camera and take a pic of the top section here. Okay, then I will actually send this. If you guys want to see what real painting win, we actually, prior to this, but prior to me even streaming, we did real painting. Actually, we did multiple real paintings. Oh, actually, I have my bunny painting with me right now. Hold on.
show it on stream.
Hold on. Yes. So we all did the same painting. The same tutorial. And this one was for Easter, and we finished in like, what do you want to say? Like
June.
Yeah, we finished in like June, and it was because there were so many steps to it. This was my painting.
The person who we usually watch, she usually has better steps, but I don't think she ever tried this painting before, and she just kind of went off the rails.
And she was in like a bad mood too, like the vibes were
She was just
off.
she was in a terrible mood. Hey Salary, how are you? Sorry, I'm about to end, but thanks for coming by. I was just showing off my my real painting.
Hi Valerie. Hey peeps, bye peeps.
She was happy. What are you talking about, Jerry? Let me show.
She's
she
refined. That's why she looks grumpy.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a little she's supposed to be an aristocrat bunny.
Yeah.
Moms are grumpy a little bit, yeah. I guess so.
Yeah.
Unless they've got wine in their hand, and then they're happy. No, I'm just kidding. And then they're the best wine aunt or mom out there. Oh god, I've got to redo this. Did you guys send your pics?
I sent mine.
I have not sent mine.
But where am I putting it in the art?
That's what I did.
Yeah. You can put it in art.
It looks like I barely did anything. That's like 2 hours of work. Damn.
I know. It's like nothing. Hold on, let me see if Burner's still in. Is this man still in voice chat? Yeah, he's okay. Okay, no, he's fine. I think he's still watching the. It's an anime. I didn't even think it was an anime. I thought it was a like IRL show. Here. Let me show. Just because this camera, as good as it is, it doesn't show colors very well. And also, to be fair, mine does not show colors very well either. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, I see the ones that you did. You did like the coral color.
Yeah. And you did like some of the like white, green, gray.
Yeah, I did the gray and I did the blue.
Yeah.
I basically went to my first panel up here and I picked a color. And I picked a color and then I just ran with it, essentially.
I literally just
But-
started with like the first color and worked my way down.
Yeah?
I
Well,
just
I
did a
mean,
navy color because it was the one that seemed to be on there most, so I figured I'd knock that out of the way.
Yeah.
well, you were like, "Ugh, I don't have my first color done." Well, Sam, of course you're not done. You picked like the biggest color.
Well, yeah. I didn't know.
No, it's okay. You're okay. I'm just teasing you. The bullying begins. Yeah.
Live.
If there's anyone I burn, I bully Burner a lot, but he bullies back, so it's fine. It's called Bants. It's Bants, okay? It's Bants. Where did this go? Oh, it's the condensation for my coconut water. But okay,
You
I'm
know-
gonna end. What's up?
Oh, I just
Go
gonna
ahead.
say I had a stupid moment when I started my painting because the eyes are like a skin color, but for some reason I just thought that was like blank space, and so I was like, "What the hell? The skin doesn't have a gem color?" And then I realized that the eyes skin color, but I thought it was just like marking like a nose face. I don't know. So I was like, I was like annoyed. I was like, "This painting sucks."
Then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Damn, that looks so good.
Let me see. Let me see this.
The black really
painting.
stands out. That's so pretty.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's a navy blue. I have yet to put the black in yet.
Oh, okay.
So.
It looks black from here, but yeah. it
Oh,
looks
yeah. Well,
nice.
I mean, the way I took a picture, but it looks very striking, and I'm excited.
Oh,
to-
it's so pretty. I can't wait until the other colors kind of accent that. That'd be so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining me again, and thank you for sharing your paintings. They look so nice. And again, if you want to see these paintings, please, you can join my Discord. It's right in the About page down below. You can join it. If it doesn't work, if somehow, because I just got to affiliate, so I feel like a lot of the settings have changed, and I just messed around with stuff. If it doesn't work, just let me know. Just message me. You can message me on Twitch, and I can give you a personal link. So, feel free to join the apiary, join the beeling community over here. But anyway, I'm gonna say bye to everybody. We're gonna say bye to everybody, and thanks for watching today. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, I just
Good
freaking
night,
punched.
everybody. And if you have plans on Sunday, no, you don't. You're gonna be here. Okay. Good.
You'll be here and you'll be
Yes.
square.
Great. That's right. That's right.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Guys, this is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for joining us. Of course, if you ever want to join me, Sam, just let me know. Of course. Next stream that I have coming up. Oh god, I got attacked by coughs. Next stream that I have coming up is tomorrow. Actually, I have Shami again, and I have Detective Bleh. We're gonna be playing some Project Zomboid, which is gonna be super fun. I enjoyed Project Zomboid quite a bit.
Shami is still new. I don't know how much experience Bled has, but it'll still be fun. Fun time.
It'll be chaotic at the very least, so.
Yeah, and then you can check my Discord or my Twitter for the rest of my schedule. But the other important date, as Shami had said, is this coming Sunday on the 27th. I'm going to be having my debut. So you'll get to see my model, you get to see artwork, and you'll get to see a lot of different things that'll be changing for my stream. But yeah, thank you for coming on to my stream. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, got to relax and listen to some true crime with us. I will talk to you next time. Bye bye, bees. Bye, chats. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
But oh my god, why is my camera freaking out? What? Hello?
Well, at least
you wanna?
at the end.
There we go. Bye. Bye. Oh yeah. One more thing. Stick around for raid. I totally forgot. Hold on. Get out of the way. Gotta grab my keyboard. Anyone have suggestions? Or else I'm gonna raid someone random. Let's see. What are we looking for, guys? What are we looking for? Looking around. Let's do this one. Sure, why not? He's where I am. Raid. RUODNI 3. Hopefully I spelled it right. What? Why? Raid. RUD. Yeah. I'm spelling it correctly. Okay, there we go. Sorry. All right, let's go, guys. Woohoo!